Alright, let's check this out. I think the art for this is beautiful. Either he's a serial killer or he has ghost riz specifically. I guess we'll see. I did hear this was a horror visual novel. That's why I put it on my list to play. Yeah, let's see the content warnings for this, just in case. So we've got, for content warning, chat, we've got murder, strangulation, fire, described blood, described corpse, described kissing a dead body, and described burning alive. So, if any of that content is not comfy with you, I completely understand if you gotta sit out on this one. I think our serial killer might kiss our corpse? That's just a normal Elio stream. True. Very true. I'm kissing all the corpses. Just like Romeo and Juliet. I hope not. I hope not. Work is boring. You never thought you'd ever be able to enjoy a job, and this particular one only proves you right. You shuffle through a stack of old case files, flipping through the pages without really reading them. The words blur together, medical terms and names of the dead, all blending into the same dull nothing, just like Romeo and Juliet. That's better. Alright, timer is paused. Thank you. So they're freaky, got it. Can you guys hear the game audio alright? Or do I need to turn it up? That's all this is. There's nothing to do at the cemetery today. You should be at the cemetery right now, you tell yourself, but you wandered back here, hoping for anything to break the monotony. But even here, there's nothing. Aside from all the bodies, but that doesn't freak you out as much as it used to. Yeah, there is game audio. Okay, I will turn it up a bit. Can you hear it now? You sigh, dropping the file back onto the counter. The morgue smells like antiseptic and old metal. I think I hear some faint drums. Okay, I will turn it up a bit more. I hear it, I think? Yeah, I hear it fine now? Okay. Let me know if I need to turn it down, because I turned it up a little bit more before I read that. You sigh, dropping the file back onto the counter. The morgue smells like antiseptic and old metal, the kind of scent that sticks to your clothes. The hum of the light presses against your skull. You rub your eyes, glancing toward the door. As if on cue, someone enters. Oh! Hover on highlighted text to inspect a phantasm. You've heard the sound of these footsteps 1,000 times. It barely registers in your mind. You look down, expecting another coworker. Maybe your supervisor coming to scold you for wasting time. But it's Ethan, your boyfriend. Ethan Calloway, 23, male, smart if a bit quiet. You've been dating this goofball for roughly a month, so not very long. What are you doing? Oh, he looks pissed. You blink at him. He looks off. His stance is stiff, shoulders tense, like he wasn't expecting to find anyone here. For a second, you think about answering seriously, but then again, this place is miserable, and he looks miserable, but it just feels right to break the tension. What, am I not allowed to loiter in my favorite depressing workplace? You flash him a smirk, but he doesn't react. His eyes flick down to your hands. Damn, okay, first off, hello? How was your day? You follow his gaze, frowning. You aren't holding anything special, just some old paperwork. This one is filled out but unsigned. I was about to ask the supervisor what to do with it and the other files down here, but something about it makes him tense, his fingers twitching at his sides. Oh. Well, I have not been notifying people of switching games. Some people are probably just thinking I've been playing Miles Edgeworth all day. How about you try that first, dick? Put that down. Sure? You set the file back on the counter, watching him carefully now. The shift in the air is subtle, but it's there. Something is wrong. Elio's been edging all day. Myosotis is my favorite Demo song. Ooh. Yeah, it's like a flower, right? Why are you even here? Killing time? Not literally. Still no reaction. Not even a huff of amusement. Oh, they're forget-me-nots. Oh. Ethan's jaw clenches. His gaze flickers towards the door for half a second, like he's considering something. And that's when it really sinks in. He's nervous. Not annoyed, not confused. Nervous. You'd work with him long enough to know the difference. Your stomach twists. What's up with you? Nothing. His answer comes too fast. His voice is too sharp, too controlled. Her fingers curl slightly. The lights feel too bright now. The whole room feels smaller, like the walls are closing in. Yeah, sure. Nothing. You take a step back, just slightly. Just enough to put space between you. You shouldn't feel like you have to. Ethan notices. What were you looking for? What? Nothing. I told you. I was just... Don't lie. His voice drops below a whisper. There's something underneath it. Something restrained. You remember your dad using that same tone on your brother once. He had cheated on his girlfriend and Dad had just... Even then, Dad's voice didn't sound like this. The tension in the air tightens like a rope around your throat. You don't like this. You don't like the way he's standing, the way his hands curl into fists like he's holding something back. The feeling is barely perceptible within the torrent of adrenaline pumping in your veins, but a deep primal part of you has recognized the presence of a predator. You don't like the fact that, for the first time since knowing him, you don't trust him. Not even a little. That's your... Oh, wow. You want to move past him and leave. But he moves first. It's fast. Too fast. 1 second, he's just standing there, staring. His expression unreadable. The next, he's reaching for you. You don't even get the chance to react before his hands are on you, grabbing at your wrist, your arm, pushing. You stumble back, knocking over the chair behind you. The metal legs screech against the tile. The sound sharp and jarring. What the hell is happening? There's something wild in his eyes. Something raw and terrified. But underneath that, there's certainty. There's intention. He's already made up his mind. Jeez, what the fuck you saying fuck me for? Your body thrashes against him. You don't understand. Why? What did you do? Your vision fight or flight reaction is screaming at you to get away, but he doesn't let go. If it was me, I would have hit him with one of these. What is this? Holy shit, Itachi. Damn. Then pain, sharp and immediate. Man, this guy was just ready to murder me for like no reason, bro. What's wrong with you? What the fuck you saying fuck me for, Ethan? What'd I do? I just came to the morgue. You don't get to finish the question before he shoves you again, harder this time. Your back hits the metal table behind you, cold pressing through your clothes. He's probably like, if you love the morgue so much, why don't you live in it? Your breath is knocked from your lungs, and for a second, you don't even feel scared. Just confused. This isn't a joke. This isn't some weird misunderstanding. says something, but you don't hear it over the rush of blood in your ears. You try to push him back again, but your balance is already off. Your feet slip against the slick tile, and suddenly, you're falling. Something hard and sharp presses into your back as you hit the floor, knocking the breath from your lungs completely. Your vision swims, pain flaring through you, deep and unbearable. Your hands grasp at nothing, your mind stuttering, trying to catch up. Oh, are we a ghost? Ethan is leaning over you. His face is pale and tense. His chest rising and falling too fast. His hands are shaking now. Your fingers brush against something warm spreading beneath you. Oh, positive? Oh, blood? No, 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 no. The world blurs at the edges, dark creeping in too fast. You try to move, try to say something, but your body won't listen. The morgue feels even colder now. The light's too bright, buzzing louder than before. The weight in your limbs turns to nothing. The sound of your own breathing slows. The pain, it's still there, but it doesn't matter anymore. Your body feels wrong. Ethan is still there, watching, not moving, not saying a word. He just silently leaves and returns with an object in his hand. Then nothing. Everything is distorted. The morgue is still here, but it's wrong. At least, more wrong than it felt before. The lights are dimmer now, flickering weakly. Animum penumbra. You're 7. It's past midnight. Your brother wants to show you something. It's the Orion constellation, he whispers, barely containing his excitement. Through his telescope, the stars blur together. The once harsh brightness reduced to something distant. The constant hum of the fluorescents, the quiet buzz of the cooling units. It's all muffled. Inferi whir. You're 14. It's past midnight. Your bedroom is on the 2nd floor, but you can hear the television room boom below the floorboards. Your parents almost had another fight. Now they watch TV in bitter silence. You'd prefer if they had fought instead. I don't know about that one, Chief. You try to move, but your body doesn't feel real. Limbus lividity. You're 18. It's past midnight. You're on your 4th coffee, and this homework isn't getting done any quicker. The due date is this morning, but your body feels so heavy. Your limbs are weightless and disconnected, as if you're floating just above the floor. The cold that should be pressing against your skin isn't there. You don't feel anything. Not the chill of the room, not the ache in your limbs, not the pounding of blood in your veins. A vacus and oculus. You're 20. It's past midnight. This is your 2nd shift at the morgue, and first time you've laid eyes on a dead body. You saw it for only a second, between 2 closing doors. Your entire being went cold. Something shifts in the corner of your vision. Memento mori. You're 21. It's past midnight. Ethan Calloway asks you if you'd like to go out with him. Teasing him, you pretend to hesitate. Yes, I'd love to. You turn and you see yourself. Your body's still there, sprawled on the floor where you fell, motionless, lifeless. Arms slack, eyes dull, blood staining the tile beneath you in a slow, creeping pool. It's so still that, for a moment, your mind refuses to believe it. That's not you. That can't be you. Then Ethan moves. He kneels beside your body, jaw tight, breath shaky. He hesitates just for a second, staring at you, or what's left of you, before his hands move, quick and practiced. 21X, bruising around the wrists, cuts and cracks at the back of the skull, defensive wounds, cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head. That's not gonna look so good for you, Ethan, if anyone finds out what happened. He brushes your hair out of your face and tucks it behind your ear. caressing your cheek before leaning in momentarily to give it a kiss. Bro, you just killed me! Don't make out with my corpse! It's fucked up! He then backs up and grabs you by the shoulders, dragging you across the floor and gritting his teeth as he lifts your body and shoves it into a spare storage cabinet. Oh no, I'm gonna be the pantry princess. Kept frozen up in a freezery. You can't speak. You can't breathe. You can't even move as you watch it happen, as Ethan presses your arms against your sides, pushing your legs in, making sure your body fits before slamming the door shut. He kissed her cheek, still fucked up, bruh. He's like, I love you so much, I gotta keep you in storage so that you don't, like, decompose. That's it. That's where you are now. Shoved away like nothing. Like an inconvenience. Like you were never here. Bro, what did I do to make him want to kill me? Bro! Ethan exhales sharply, pressing a hand over his face. His chest rises and falls unevenly before he forces himself to breathe slower. His fingers twitch, then steadily, slowly, methodically, he kneels again. This time, rifling through your butt. Wait, why are you going through my pockets, bro? You gotta steal my fucking wallet? Wait, the last Butterfinger. God damn, bro. I could've just bought you another one, bro. That must be why he's going through my pockets, so he can buy another Butterfinger. Run them pockets, boy. He pulls something out. You can't see what it is, only that it makes him pause. His thumb brushes over it once, twice, before he shoves it into his own pocket. Hey, that's mine! His hands are still shaking, but when he straightens, his face is blank. I'm sorry, Ethan, but I bought them. Maybe you could buy them if you had a job. Maybe you should stop working at the morgue and get a better job. Another breath, a slow exhale. Ethan rolls his shoulders, cracking his neck like he's resetting himself. Like whatever weakness just flickered through him doesn't exist anymore. When he turns toward the door, his steps are steady, controlled, like nothing happened. Stone cold, bro. But you're still here, and you are watching. You aren't breathing anymore, but if you were, you think your chest would be aching. Yeah, that's fucked up. Dude, it kills you and then steals from your fucking wallet, bro. Damn. How could you? Then Ethan stops, his hand on the doorknob, his head tilting slightly. Uh-oh, he can see ghosts. He looks directly at you. For the first time, he looks scared. His breath catches, his whole body going rigid as his eyes flicker, first to the door, then to the cold metal cabinet where you stuffed your body, and then to you. Your stomach would have dropped if you still had one. His expression falls apart, his lips part slightly, his brows drawing together, his pupils blown wide with something that looks almost like shock. Yeah, I lived, bitch. Well, actually, I didn't live, but, like, close enough. He looks back at the cabinet, at the motionless body inside, at you again. His breath shudders out, his shoulders locking tight as his fingers twitch at his sides. Then his face twists. Not into fear, not into guilt. Something else. Something unreadable. Something dangerous. He doesn't say a word, doesn't even breathe for a second. You can see it in his eyes. He knows this is real. Round 2, bitch. Yeah, you think you can fight me? Let's go phasmophobia this, bro. He doesn't say anything. Doesn't question it. Doesn't even hesitate. His whole body jerks into motion as he turns away, grabbing the handle and shoving the door open. His footsteps are fast, panicked, but not entirely running. The sharp sound of his shoes echoing against the tiles, the fluorescent light flicker as the door swings shut behind him. The lock clicks into place. You stare at the door. Your body is still in that cabinet. Ethan is gone, but you're still here. Another body in the morgue. You aren't staying behind. You don't think, you just follow. Is he singing? He reaches the morgue door, grabbing for his keys with shaking hands. The key slips, clatters against the tile. He curses under his breath, grabs it, shoves it into the lock. Click! The bolt slides into place just as you reach the threshold. Ooh, I like this song. The locked door doesn't stop you. Yeah, I'm a ghost, bro. I'm Danny Phantom. As if it would. Is he stupid? You step forward and walk right through it. Figured this would happen. The hallway is dim and empty except for Ethan, who's already halfway down it. His movements are sharp, rushed. His hand is still in his pocket, clenching around whatever he took from you. His breath is shallow, but he isn't stopping. He keeps walking. Like, if he just pretends hard enough that you aren't real, you'll disappear. Music may be too loud now? Oh, okay. How about now? Is it still loud? Are we good? Ooh, excuse me. You don't disappear. You keep following. He knows you're behind him, but he doesn't dare to look over his shoulder. It's good now? Okay, cool. He shoves open the exit door, stepping out into the night air. The city hums in the distance. Cars passing, neon lights blinking. Life continuing as if nothing had changed. Ashenville. Suburb a few miles from the East Coast. Used to be a ghost town before the turn of the century and the dot-com boom. But for you, everything has. Ethan walks like a man trying to outrun his own shadow. His pace is steady, too deliberate, too forced. The space between you isn't much, just a few steps, close enough for him to feel it. Close enough that when he glances at his reflection in a passing window, he sees you. You wonder if it makes his stomach twist the way yours does. Oh, whoops. Still, he says nothing. No acknowledgement, no denial, just control. Like, if he ignores you long enough, if he focuses on putting one foot in front of the other, if he refuses to see you, maybe you'll disappear. But you don't, of course. You know he can hear you. Every shift of movement, every footstep. You're not even trying to be quiet. And yet, nothing. Oh, I just realized. Hold on. I need to check something. Give me 1 second. Okay, no, not yet. Okay. Trying to see if something went up that I thought it would be, but it's not. You narrow your eyes. Fine. You remind him if he wants to pretend you don't exist. You pick up your pace, stepping directly in his path, cutting him off. He halts, barely avoiding walking through you. His body tenses. That same sharp inhale, the exact moment of hesitation. The way his fingers curl tighter into his pockets like he's fighting the urge to react. He doesn't meet your eyes. Then he steps around you and keeps walking. Well, what is your issue? Your stomach twists. It's not fear, not grief, it's rage. You quickly tail behind him. The silence is unbearable. Ethan keeps walking, pretending, and acting like you aren't right here. Like you don't exist. Like he didn't just see you standing in the street staring back at him. Like you aren't following him through the street, step for step, waiting for him to acknowledge what he did. Murder or involuntary manslaughter. It's murder. That's at least 20 years without parole. Bro, truly did all that and didn't even take you out to dinner first. Yeah, what the hell? Come on. Wine and dine me before you fuck up my life, bro. And he won't. He won't even look at you. He won't say a word. He just keeps walking. Bruh. You let him walk. You let him ignore you. You can let him pretend for a while that maybe you aren't really here. But it won't last. It can't. Yeah, I'm gonna drive you insane, bubby. I'm gonna start throwing shit around your room. I'm gonna, like, throw pictures at you and like, mugs at you. Oh, hi there, Dark Moon! Because the longer you follow, the more the anger builds. It crawls up your spine, hot and thick and suffocating, filling the empty spaces where your heartbeat used to be. You're dead. You're dead and he did it. Now he's walking like it doesn't matter. Like he didn't just shove your body into a cabinet. Your hands clench at your side. No heartbeat, no breath, no warmth left in your body. But you still feel this. And suddenly, you're done waiting. Why? Ethan doesn't react. He keeps walking, keeps pretending. That makes it worse. Something inside you snaps. Say something! Your voice rings through the empty street, sharp, furious. Ethan flinches, barely, but it's enough. You see it. His breath stutters, but he keeps moving. You saw me back there, didn't you? Nothing. No reaction. Just the same stiff, careful walk. Like he's trying to make himself small. Like if he doesn't respond, this moment won't be real. You killed me! Ethan's pace hitches for a fraction of a second, but still, he says nothing. You grit your teeth, something white-hot burning under your skin. I mean, you don't have any skin anymore, you're dead. You're like a ghost, bro. You just got ectoplasm in you. But go ahead, bro. Why won't he say anything? Why is he still pretending? Like none of this matters. Like you don't matter? I mean, we were only dating for like a month. What did I ever do to you? You step closer, keeping pace beside him, refusing to be ignored. You're yelling, your voice raw and demanding, but you don't care. He owes you this. He owes you everything. I thought you... You cut yourself off, breath catching in your throat before the words finish leaving your mouth. Something about them feels wrong. But it's too late. You already said it. You already let it slip. I thought you loved me. Well, you were only dating him for like a month, so I guess he got over the honeymoon phase and wanted to kill you. Ethan stares straight ahead. His jaw clenched so tight you think his teeth might break. It can't hurt you if he did, though he can no longer admit this to himself now. It's easier that way. It's easier if you never mattered. Damn, bro. Dude, you are dead, and also you think he loved you after a month? Pick one type of victim and stick to it. Like, I'd understand if maybe they were going out for, like, at least, like, maybe, like, 6 months or something. Like, 1 month... 1 month is not enough time to know someone. His hands are shaking, shoved deep into his pockets. Doesn't stop walking. Doesn't speak. Doesn't even look at you. A whole 30 days, man. I know that guy. I spent 30 days with him. I know his deepest secrets. And that makes it worse. Because now, more than anything, you remember him. You remember the late nights, the long shifts, and how he looked at you. 4 weeks. Even less if it was February. Yeah, imagine this takes place in February. Just specifically to be even shorter. You remember how his voice sounded when you said your name? How he always pretended not to care. Though you're pretty sure he did. You remember thinking he was safe. You remember trusting him. Yeah, well, I must not have a good judge of character. Because he murdered me. People on Survivor know each other for longer. For real. And that pisses you off. Your hands curl into fists at your side. Frustration buzzing through you. Restless. Uncontainable. You don't care if he talks now. You don't care if he answers. You just want him to feel this. Imagine he killed you because your Valentine's Day gift sucked. Or like, you don't remember the 1 month anniversary and he's like, fuck you, die. You shove him. Your hand barely makes contact before they phase right through him. You knew he wouldn't be able to touch him, but you curse in rage nonetheless. These socks fucking suck, you gotta die now, bro. You gave me Elmo socks? Really? What do you think this is, the 1990s? You glare at him, shaking. Just say something, you coward. Nothing. Not even a twitch of his expression. Fine. If he won't talk, you'll make his life hell. Let's go! Haunt your ex! You aren't leaving him alone. You knew Big Bird was my favorite! I guess we weren't... Oh god, what were those two guys from Sesame Street? Ernie and someone? I remember people, like, talking about them being a gay couple. I guess we're not them, huh? I guess that's not us. I guess you're the cookie monster and I'm the cookie. You aren't leaving him alone. Not until he answers you. I would 100% have been murdered if Lynn actually cared about anniversaries. Yeah, I'm really bad at remembering anniversaries too. You trail him across campus, past the quiet streets, past people who can't see you. It doesn't matter, he can't. Like, apparently, my YouTube anniversary was recently, and I was like, what? Okay. Okay, cool. And then I think... Is my Twitch anniversary upcoming, or did it already pass? It might have already passed. How do I view that? What's my Twitch anniversary? Dashboard settings, stream events. Yeah, what was my anniversary date? I don't see events. They must have changed it somewhere else. Oh, stream events. Affiliate anniversary. Oh, that's April. April 10th? I don't want that. I don't want that to be my anniversary. Should be April 2nd, shouldn't it? At least for my VTuber anniversary. I know April 2nd is easy for me to remember. I just set it to April Fools, so hopefully that should count as April 2nd. Because I think whatever you set, it's the day after that in my time zone. You trail him across campus, past the quiet streets, past people who can't see you. It doesn't matter. He can. When he finally reaches his dorm, he doesn't hesitate. He pushes the door open, steps inside, and lets it slam shut behind him. You step right through it, slipping inside as if the walls mean nothing. Speaking of, I think Nalia's birthday was recent. Because he's an October baby. Because of course he's an October baby. What is his birthday? Is it the 9th or the 13th? Or... Oh, wait, no. His birthday is not... His birthday hasn't come yet. Okay, I still got time to celebrate Nalia's birthday. It's on the 29th. Ethan slows like a man trying to stay in control. Slow, deliberate. He doesn't look at you. He just shrugs off his coat, throws it onto the chair by his desk, and rubs a hand over his face like he can wipe away the weight pressing down on him. Celebrate his birthday? Yeah! He doesn't deserve a moment of peace. Yeah, now his birthday. You step forward and swipe at the nearest thing you can reach. A notebook, a pen, anything. Let's go! Throw shit at him! It barely moves. Just a weak shuffle across the desk. You grit your teeth, focus harder, shove at something else. A small plastic container tips over. A few coins scattering onto the surface. How and why? I've celebrated fictional characters' birthdays before. Either like draw fan art of them, or you play their game, or you buy a cake and you find like a cute picture of them with their mouths open, and then you make it like your desktop and like just show the image and like put your spoon up close to the screen to make it look like you're feeding them their birthday cake. Any of these will do. The effort drains you immediately. A sudden, sharp pull of energy from somewhere deep inside. You feel it in your fingertips, and the static hum of your body. Ethan stops. Not a big reaction. Not even much of one at all. You needed to do something more... You grit your teeth and do it again. Another pen, a book shifting slightly on the desk, a water bottle knocked onto its side, rolling across the wood. You feel each action deep in your core, like pulling at invisible strings, like stretching something that doesn't want to bend. You know you've reached your limit tonight, but nonetheless, your eyes flicker back up to Ethan's form, watching his reaction. Just like before, he ignores it. Nothing new. Strange. Doesn't even seem surprised that you can move objects. Huh, you seem awfully used to this, buddy. He steps past the desk and sits on the bed, staring blankly at the wall, at nothing, and nothing but you. His posture stays stiff, too rigid, too controlled, but he doesn't speak. He won't. The worst part? You can't even touch him. You can't shake him. You can't make him feel the way he made you feel. No matter how much anger burns through you, he still has the power to judge or to ignore you. Ethan doesn't last long before exhaustion catches up to him. Unlike you, he still needs his rest. But he doesn't rest peacefully. At first, he's still, too still. His breathing is even, controlled, but it doesn't last. After a while, he starts to shift. He tosses once, then again, his body twisting beneath the sheets. His face pinches, tense. He's having a nightmare. You step closer, arms crossed, gaze locked on him. What could he possibly have nightmares about? Oh, I don't know. He might be plagued with what he just did. He killed you. He's been ignoring you. You spent every second since your death pretending nothing is wrong, that his hands aren't soaked in guilt. So why does he look like this now? Part of you is hoping, praying it's about you, that the weight of your death is finally weighing on him. His brows pulled together, breath sharp, murmuring something under his breath. The words are too soft, too jumbled to make out. But his hands twitch like he's reaching for something. Oh, you better not be bringing out the purification salts, boy. His head shakes slightly against the pillow, his jaw tightening before he turns onto his side, his body curling inward like he's trying to make himself small. His breathing isn't steady anymore. It's quick, shallow, unsteady. And then a choked, barely there sound, almost like a gasp. His hands grip the blanket, knuckles white. He mutters something again, but it's a little clearer this time. A single word, a name maybe? Whatever is eating at him has had its grip for a long time. Oh, longer than I've been dating him, I bet, because we've only been dating for like a month. This is the cost of self-control, a fever of the heart, the slow knife. No, not a name. Just a whisper of something raw, something afraid. No! Your stomach twists. It's not about you. Whatever he's seeing, whatever his mind is playing for him over and over again, it's not you. Am I getting cucked? He killed me and now he's cucking me? It's something else. Something older. Something deeper. You have no idea what it is. He shifts again, breath catching, shoulders rising and falling too fast. You take another step forward, staring down at him. You should feel satisfied. Send him to super hell. He murdered me and then he thinks about someone else? Bro, what the fuck? Revenge cucked is crazy. Why is it always super torture or NTR? He deserves this. He deserves worse. But you wonder what he's actually afraid of, and why it isn't you. Damn. For the first time in your relationship, you're the jealous one. Can't believe he cheated on me. Maybe I'm the freak. No, I think the guy that murdered you is the freak, actually. Just a random thought. No, wait, he literally killed you. Never mind. Yeah, bro, don't get caught in your feelings, bro. He murdered you. You can't just reverse that. You can't just pretend it's an image that you put on Google to reverse image search. The next morning, Ethan gets up without a word. No reaction to the night before. No sign that he remembers the way he thrashed in his sleep, uttering things he'll never say out loud. He just goes through the motions, like nothing has changed. He doesn't talk, he doesn't text, he doesn't call anyone, he just exists. The robot moves, its program on autopilot. Ethan is so small within himself that even the robot no longer registers his presence. You follow him as he moves to the bathroom, only giving him grace to shower and returning as he is busy brushing his teeth. He doesn't look at the mirror, not directly. His gaze stays low, locked on the sink. Avoiding his own reflection, iron lung, trapped within the steel titan, Ethan screams in terror like a man buried alive. That's me! I'm the man buried alive! You killed me! Stop pretending you're the victim! You murdered me! You murdered me! He changes clothes, grabs his bags, heads to campus. You're right there, step for step, watching everything. Oh, hi there, Phoenix! How's it going, Phoenix? Hope you're doing good. How's, I think, is it TwitchCon right now? How's TwitchCon going? Watching him sit through lectures, take notes with a blank face, nod along as professors drone on. Watching him go through an entire day pretending he's just another student. Like nothing's hanging over him. Oh, you're great. Day 2 of con is done for me. Ooh. How's the whole trip been? You enjoying it? Oh, you got a little haul yesterday and today. Ooh, nice. What'd you get? Like, he isn't walking around with blood on his hands. I think that means you're in the same time zone as me right now, huh? Because I think you're in California right now, right? So it must be 7 p.m. for you. Been good. Saw a lot of cute art. Yeah, there's a lot of really cute artists. Days like these continue on for a while. His routine almost identical to the one he had before he had murdered you, except Ethan isn't gonna work. Oh, you're in San Diego? Yeah. So you're the same time zone as me then, right now. So it's 7 p.m. I don't know my way around San Diego. I don't remember if I've ever been to San Diego. I remember I talked with a friend once about going down there for like a Niji Sanji meeting. But we never went. So close to the bun. That desire's strong. I'm still a bit of ways away, but we're in the same state. He's been skipping for the past few days. 5-head move. Kill your ex that you're still hopelessly in love with, so they haunt you and they're forced to stay with you forever. I think that might be his MO actually, For. You might be onto something there. You notice it first when the time rolls around, when he should be heading to the morgue, when he should be settling in for another long shift under those awful flickering lights. Oh, you put your current haul on media? Ooh, let me take a look. Oh, you got like a, I think that's Gamer Subs cup. Oh, some Pokemon. Oh, a Phasmophobia shirt. That looks cool. Is that a shirt? Or maybe that's a bag. That might be a bag. I got like a bunch of Alolan Vulpix and all that variants. On a cute bird. Oh, thank you so much for the 100 biddies, Paviv. It's a bag. Oh, it's a bag. That might be nice to carry around stuff while you go shopping then. Also, since Paviv gave me some biddies, thank you. It's very kind of you. Let me update this. The time, I believe, did auto update because it was 3 Twitch. Because I think we were at the like a 10 mark for time. Thank you so much, Paviv. But he doesn't. He doesn't even check his phone for messages. He just idle around campus for a while before returning to his dorm and preparing for the next day. This day was the same. He just remained where he was, sitting on a bench outside one of the buildings, rubbing slow circles into his temples. I saw something that reminded me of you from a game you played recently. Oh, I should have taken a pic. Oh, let me see. Huh, I don't see it. I see like the bird and the like Vulpix and stuff. I don't see a game. Oh, you didn't take one? Oh, you should have taken a pic. Oh, I see. I should have though. Oh, okay. Do you remember the game name? Or what the game was about? You take the opportunity to speak, sitting beside him on the bench. Ooh. Let's see, should we yell at him or try to get answers? I feel like chiding him would probably give me the bad ending. So I'm gonna go with chide first. Wow, skipping work now? That's unlike you. Ethan stiffens slightly. I think it might have been, oh, the train game? With the white-haired friend, but they had black hair? Oh, oh god. I can't remember. Can't remember what that game's name was, but I know what you're talking about. I fell asleep. I know this is a mean thing to say since you're gonna have to stay up, but I'm gonna sleep. It's all good. No worries, Monzai. Have a good one. Yee, see you later, Monzai, man. Bye-bye. Really, Ethan? I thought you were the hard-working type. What's wrong? Don't feel like hanging around dead bodies anymore? You see his hands clench. Feeling some regret after killing me? I'm gonna get fired, you know. After all that effort you put into being the perfect little employee, too. You grin, leaning in, voice dropping lower. You could at least pretend you care. And then finally a shift in his gaze. Your words were not enough to break, but enough to crack. Stop. It's just one word, but it's the first thing he said to you since the morgue. Oh, so he can hear us! His voice is rough, pulled tight. Not angry, not defensive, just exhausted. That means you're getting to him. You tilt your head, watching him. It'd be easy to gloat, to remind him that you don't need anything from him. He's the one who took everything from you. But instead, the question sits in the air between you, heavy, waiting for an answer. Ooh. Got some questions here. Didn't you love me? Why did you kill me? What's going on? Or scoff at him? What do you guys think? Sent you a DM? Oh? That's a good cat. Excellent. Excellent orange specimen. So cute. Oh, by the way, did you see the GIF I sent you, dwarf? Kato. Yes. Why did you kill me is a classic. Yeah, let just tell him you're stupid. Like, fuck it, let's go on. Full vengeful spirit. Scoff sounds like more fun. Yeah, I was thinking scoff too. Let's be assholes for our first route. You cross your arms, shifting your weight. He wants an answer? He doesn't deserve one. You scoff, shaking your head. Let him sit in his guilt. Let him drown in it. You don't owe him anything. He exhales slowly, tilting his head back against the bench. Eyes closed for half a second before he laughs. It's sharp. Like something breaking. Like something slipping through the cracks. He drags in a breath to calm himself, stifling his chuckles. His head turns slightly, eyes flickering behind him. I keep staring at him and being like, God, he looks like that one guy from Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Oh, to be able to throw bricks at this guy. You turn your head slightly, following his gaze, expecting to see something, somehow. Is his name Kim Dokja? I think that was his name. Or maybe that's his boyfriend. I forget. There it is. Yeah, my guy, Kim Dokja. Never would. I'm so bricked up. His boyfriend might. But there's nothing there. It's just you and him. The basilisk turns in its sleep. A jolt, a phantasm. You feel faint for a mere moment, for some reason. When it passes, your mind fixates on when you first met Ethan and the strange marks he had on his hands. Strange marks? I love the wings, by the way. Thank you. They're today's Halloween outfit. I had some other stuff, but I took them off. I had some horns and stuff, but they were getting in the way. Hello. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Goodbye. His boyfriend probably would. And yet, he looks so sure. Like he knows he's not alone. Like someone else is there, lurking just out of sight. Must be a Twitch streamer. He wouldn't willingly kill Kim Dokja though, as much as he threatens to kill him. His boyfriend is too much of a yearner. Your stomach twists. But before you can say anything and demand what the hell he's looking at, Ethan shakes his head and mutters something under his breath. Too soft to hear. Then he stands up, shoving his hands into his pockets, and walks away. Like always, you follow him. The streets blur together. It's routine now. The same slow, silent walk. The same way he pretends you don't exist. The same way your presence coils around him like a second shadow. You take every chance to rattle him, just because you can. He flinches and stiffens, but never speaks. But tonight, something is off. Ethan isn't just reacting to you anymore. He keeps checking over his shoulder despite you walking beside him. God, I'm getting cucked again! By his previous murder victim! God damn it! Can't even have a single week to have him to myself before he starts looking at someone else he murdered. Jeez. Not again. His pace is quick. Not quite rushed, but close. His fingers twitch at his side, his lips pressing into a thin line as he mutters something under his breath again. You can't catch all of it. Just a few words. Quiet and shaky. Repeated like a mantra. Not yet. Not now. Not ever. He has to stop playing around with people's feelings, and also the murders. Yeah, I feel like the murders even more so than the feelings. A person can live with broken feelings, but dead, not so much. Ethan reaches his dorm, stepping inside without hesitation, without pause. He barely even bothers turning on the light, like he's moving on autopilot. The second the door swings shut behind him, he exhales, a slow, heavy breath, like he's been holding it in the entire walk home. He kicks off his shoes, not even bothering to line them up with where he usually does. His jacket slides from his shoulders, crumpling into a heap on the chair. Then, without so much as a second glance, he climbs into bed. That's it. No brushing his teeth, no checking his phone, nothing. Damn, bro, take better care of yourself. You're stinky. Just immediate escape, burying himself in the sheets as if sleep would fix anything. You know, I feel you. Sleep could fix me. Escape from an iron coffin to the nightly thralls. You scoff under your breath. Coward. You step closer, watching the way his shoulders rise and fall with each breath. The tension still clings to his body, even as exhaustion takes over. Sleep could never fix me. Sleep could make me happy, at least. That's something. Even now, he doesn't look peaceful. His brow twitches. His fingers curl around the edge of the blanket, gripping it like it's the only thing anchoring him. God, like, it's been so rough being able to get any sleep. Like, the past 3 or 4 days. Because I feel like my uncle seems to be most active at night. Like, every 1 or 2 hours, pressing the buzzer. It's been hard to get back to sleep. I need God-given divine legal prescription of Adderall so I could day trade 24/7. Tag me in, Elio. I'll stay up for you. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. I really wish I could have someone I could just be like, hey, you take care of the next one, okay? I gotta go sleep. Something about it feels wrong. Not in the way it should. Not in the way you want it to. Then you notice it. At first you think it's a trick in the light. The shadows stretched at the edge of the room, flickering slightly with the dim glow of the city outside. As your eyes adjust and focus, you see it clearly. It's another dead body! I'll start walking your way. Listen for my call. A figure, standing at the foot of his bed. Ophelia. Hey, didn't Ophelia, like, drown? Pressure on... Oh, yeah, here we go. Pressure on the chest, muted, lungs full of water. That's right, that is Ophelia. Not the shadow of a tall lamp or hung clothes. A being just like you. A being that's staring at Ethan with an expression you can't discern in the darkness. But it's there, nonetheless. 1 second, let me leave your walls and take your chair. The figure at the end of Ethan's bed doesn't move. As your eyes adjust in the darkness, you finally read his expression. Without yearning, he wants nothing. Not anymore. Desire to a phantom trapped in limbo is a beating heart roaming a dead world. I'm so sorry, dude. Yeah. He had a doctor's appointment yesterday to go see someone, but he wound up not going. And his next doctor's appointment is like next month. So I'll probably have to deal with this all October until it can actually get seen by someone. And hopefully get prescribed something to keep him asleep. There's no anger in his stance or hatred in how he looks at Ethan, just resignation. An eternity in limbo. He'd eventually give in to that same surrender had you not found another spirit to speak with. A body has been discovered! Drowned? Skill issue. Just drink the water. Just swallow it, Fivehead. Then you won't drown. He frowned, taking a step closer. He's young, around your age. College student, maybe. His clothes are nothing special. His posture is slightly withdrawn. He's a bit of a nerd. There's something unsettlingly familiar about him, but the thought passes as quickly as it comes. Maybe he's one of your friends? You don't focus on it. There are more important things to figure out. No. Protect-kun, we gotta talk about this. Because if he looks familiar, like maybe he's got an MO and he's going after killing specific people that like what was that one guy's name? Jeffrey Dahmer or something? That was like his MO, I think. Just breathe, dumbass. Who are you? This music's nice, yeah. It's really relaxing. The figure startles, jerking upright. His eyes go wide, his body tensing instantly as he looks straight at you. I hope you're able to get some good sleep. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully I can get more than 3 hours tonight. Honestly, this person looks like they could be related to Ethan. It's fine if they're not. But, yeah, they kind of... Maybe it's just the hair, but they do look similar. He wasn't expecting you to see him. Not at all. He's shocked. More than that, he's confused. His mouth opens slightly, but nothing comes out at first. He blinks once, twice, then finally manages to force out some words. Come on, Protag-kun. You gotta put more thought into this. You can see me? Do I want to be cheeky? I want to be cheeky. Reason tempers your rage. You give him a look, crossing your arms. What kind of question is that? Of course you can see him. You wouldn't have said nothing if you couldn't. Obviously. The figure hesitates, still thrown off, still staring at you like you're something that shouldn't exist. But after a second, His lips pressed together, his shoulders sinking slightly, like he's trying to figure out what to do next. You narrow your eyes, studying you. He still hasn't answered you. Who are you? You don't waste time. No jokes, no sarcasm. You want answers. You spend too much time following Ethan around, yelling into silence, demanding things from a man who refuses to speak. And you're not gonna wait around for this guy to do the same. The figure blinks, clearly still caught off guard, but something about the way you ask seems to unsettle him more, like the question is heavier than you meant it to be. His gaze flickers to Ethan for half a second before turning back to you. He hesitates. I don't know. Take a step forward, eyes narrowing. Alright, then what do you remember? Cheeked up for the afterlife. Gonna twerk it in between limbo. He exhales, his posture relaxing just a little. He doesn't answer right away, but after a pause, he takes a small step forward. Was this person present when you got murdered? Oh, maybe. But then again, we got murdered in like a quiet morgue. So I don't know. Well, actually, if he's a ghost, then he could have totally watched. He had the chair in the corner. His eyes meet yours, and for the first time, he really looks at you. Not in shock, not in confusion, but in recognition. I remember him. His gaze shifts back to Ethan, still tangled in his sheets. Breath slow and even one moment, panic the next. Then his attention turns back to you. I remember you. Oh, we know each other? We've met before? You watched me get killed? Your chest tightens, a strange weight settling there, when you weren't expecting. You don't know why. Something about the way he says it makes your mind start to race. Huh? I'm certain of it. The way his voice carries your name is soft and melancholic. Tenderness he hasn't had when talking about Ethan. Okay, so he hates his ass and he's cool with me? I remember you. You blink for a second, a bit of blush creeping up on your cheeks. Hey, we may have died, but maybe we can find like a new like ghost boyfriend? I'm sorry. I don't remember you. The ghost offers you a half laugh. It's okay. You have to refocus. Boyfriend! Why are you following him? You tilt your head towards the bed, towards Ethan, still tangled in his sheets. I mean, you're both dead, so like, yeah. As long as we're stuck in limbo like this, I mean, doesn't hurt if we date each other, right? Maybe we'll last longer than I lasted with my murderer. As long as y'all can still hold hands. Yeah, can ghosts hold hands? Like, do they phase through each other? Or since they got like the ectoplasm, can you feel each other's ectoplasms? Can you get pregnant? Yeah, can you get ghost pregnant? His shoulders tense, his hands curl into his sleeves. His breath pauses for just a second. His gaze drops for the briefest moment, like he's thinking. Like he's struggling with something ghost pregnant. And then he looks at Ethan again. Really looks at him. It's not the way you do. Not with anger or hate, or the overwhelming need for answers. It's something else. Something troubled. What do you think ectoplasma is? I don't know. It's like a transparent, translucent, like liquid thingy. I don't know. I just think of like white goop or like luminous green goop. Like the stuff that you see on like the stars that go up on your roof. Or your roof? Your ceiling. His eyes flicker back at you. The hesitation is still there. But there's something behind it now. Calculation, sadness, uncertainty. He killed me, as you could probably guess. Plasma is superheated air? Oh? What does ectoplasma mean then? What the hell is the ecto part? Like ecto is like sound, isn't it? Like echo, well, that's like echolocation, not ecto. His gaze flickers to you, then to Ethan. But I wasn't expecting this. The words that escape his mouth are genuine. For some reason, that makes you tense. He hesitates, his head tilting slightly, studying you with something too close to concern, like he's processing the fact that you're here, standing in front of him when you shouldn't be. Dude, you're here, with him, in this quiet hell. I mean, might as well go out, right? We can go anywhere. We can just go wherever the hell we want, and we can just haunt it up. That sounds kind of rad. Like it actually bothers him. You're dead too. You go rigid. I hate the way he says it. The way his voice softens. Like it hurts him to know. Ethan hadn't looked at you like that. Not once. But this guy? He does. For some reason, that's worse. Get yourself a ghost boyfriend. A boyfriend. You swallow down the feeling. Arms crossed as you force yourself to sound casual, shrugging like it's nothing. Yeah. Recently, actually. Murdered by this douche. The ghost guy just stares at you. Something unreadable behind his eyes. Something tighter than before. Like that answer didn't just confirm something for him. Like it broke something, too. Your brows furrow. That surprised you? His lips press together briefly before he exhales, shaking his head slightly. I better get a boyfriend. If I don't have a boyfriend while I'm alive, right? I think if you die and you don't get a boyfriend, they should just give you like a ghost friend. No, I'm sorry. The term comes from the ancient Greek word ektos, outside, and plasma, something formed. Oh, something formed on the outside? Like maybe outside the realm of existence? He lifts his gaze again, studying you, his expression shifting. His eyes flicker over your face, taking in your clenched fists, your squared shoulders, and your barely restrained anger. Oh, so sweat is ectoplasma. Yeah, I guess it is. You're still angry. You scoff, shaking your head, something bitter curling at the edges of your voice. If you're still around, you must be too. Wait, what? If you're still around, you must be too. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. He pauses. His face softens just slightly. Then he exhales, gaze flickering down for a moment before he shakes his head. I was. Not anymore. He put a new person in the fridge. The answer makes something in your chest twist. How could he not be? How could he just let go after everything. I mean, you only dated him for like a month, Protag-kun. You gotta stop acting like this, bro. You barely know the guy. You stare at him. Something tight, uneasy, restless, crawling up your spine. You don't know if you admire it or hate it. Let's see. Is this conversation? I'm gonna say you deserve to be. I don't know what this conversation is. You mean it. You don't care what's changed, what time is dulled. You should still be angry. You should still want answers. Want justice. He doesn't argue with you. He just watches you for a long moment before giving you a small, quiet smile. Not dismissive, just understanding. Maybe. But I'd rather help you with what you need. No, I'll help you too. If you're not angry for yourself, then I'll be angry for you. He giggles. Aww. You're very stubborn. You smile as you sigh. I won't deny it. You extend your hand, inviting him to shake it. Oh my god, chat. I am feeling so tired. I think I might actually have to go to bed early. I might have to do this when I wake up. I might wake up in the middle of the night. Doesn't help that the BGM is so relaxing. Yeah, it's really relaxing and it's making me sleepy. And also probably the whole not getting a good amount of sleep for the last 4 days. I'm mailing you a warm blanket. Sounds like a plan, except that part. Yeah, hopefully I can sleep in a bit. Okay. Let's hop on in. Okay. Is it still loud? Or are we good now? You extend your hand, inviting him to shake it. Nice to meet you. Lowered it a bit? Okay. How about now? We good now? Doe? Are you gonna say your name's John Doe? Oh my god. Like John Doe, but I don't like the idea of being called John. You better pray your real name isn't John. Yeah, I think it's fine? Okay, cool. Yeah, if your name was John, people would make a bunch of Homestuck jokes about you. He shakes his head vehemently, clearly disliking the thought. Absolutely not. If I find out it is, I'm gonna possess some government guy and get it changed. What's so wrong about having the name John? What's so offensive about being named John? What? I mean, at least it's not some weird name. It's just like a normal name. Hi there, Dark Moon! Your eyes widen. You can do that? I wish. Oh man, you really hoped you could have done that. Damn, you got my hopes up. Anyways, nice meeting you, Doe. Elio, is clams on pizza funny? Because it sounds funny to me. That sounds inconvenient. Cause the shell on like the pizza? I feel like that would suck. Well, nothing. But John Doe is also a name they give to unidentified corpses. Yeah. Coulda named himself Aeson if he didn't like John. Put a whole ass shell on a pizza. One way I remember how Japan calls their like corpse names is there was this one series I got really into back in the day called Shuen no Shiori. In Japan, when they have like victims in like murder cases or whatever, they always call them like A-san, B-kun, C-chan, etc. And in Shuen no Shiori, all the characters are like Eya, Biko, Sita, Dine. Doe offers you a polite smile as you turn away from him to scan Ethan's room. Oh, this is exactly like that. Oh, hey, JB! Welcome. You walk up to the desks and the closet, searching for clues, for anything. But there's nothing. No hidden notes, no secret letters, no scribbled confessions of guilt, nothing that says I murdered you or I stole a life that wasn't mine. It's just the same ordinary mess of a college student. Yeah, I mean, doesn't everyone just commit a murder every once in a while? It pisses you off. Doe stands near the doors, arms crossed, watching as you tear through the room. He doesn't say anything, not yet. He just observes, his eyes... Did my phone just vibrate? Oh, new memory for me. I don't care. He just observes, his eyes tracking your every movement as you throw open yet another drawer, rifling through its contents with growing impatience. You ordered from a place recently with an option being clams. We called it a clarge. Like a Marge margarita with clams. What? I'm very curious. If you get the clam pizza, can you, like, take a picture? I imagine they just take out, like, the inside of a clam and put it on it, right? Like, they wouldn't put it with the shell in it. Kind of like how they do with, like, mussels. That doesn't make sense. You push aside a stack of neatly folded shirts, running your fingers along the bottom of the drawer, feeling for anything out of place. A loose board, a hidden compartment, anything. Oh yeah, I'm not wasting money on a pizza I cannot eat. True. Good idea. Don't be like me buying that Labubu. But that Labubu, like, thing, just for the bit. But there's nothing. Just fabric and dust and wasted time. What are you expecting to find? His voice is steady and measured. Not doubtful, not dismissive. Just curious. Something about that makes your irritation flare even hotter. Something. Anything. He killed me. He covered it up. There has to be proof of it somewhere. Wait, did you buy a Dubai chocolate Labubu? I did not buy a Dubai chocolate Labubu. I bought... What was it? It was a jelly Labubu. That was it. I bought a jelly Labubu. That like came with my boba. I did see that they offered Dubai chocolate, but like the description on the Dubai chocolate was like, please drink this in like 15 minutes or else the chocolate will harden and you could die. And I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get the Dubai chocolate, bro. I don't think making something that hardens in 15 minutes as a drink is a good idea. Especially if I'm getting delivery. LMAO. You slam the drawer shut and move on to the next. You don't care that it makes a loud, sharp sound against the room's quiet. Wait, Moggy, did you never see my Labubu? Arrives as cement. Just instantly hardened. For some reason, I thought you saw the Labubu. Wait, no, yeah, you saw the Labubu. You definitely saw the Labubu. No, you were there. You were there. I see you replying to the Labubu thread. Ah, sick. Panera Lemonade has confidence. No, you literally. Hold on. I'm taking a screenshot. You literally did. I have a screenshot. Cause I was streaming it and then we put it in the Discord channel. And then you said Gregor was gonna turn into a Labubu. I thought your model was your Labubu. You calling me a Labubu? I mean, I guess they kind of are like, they're kind of like demon bunnies, aren't they? What even is a Labubu? But yeah, you were there, Moggy. You were right there when the Labubu thing happened. Can't believe Moggy forgot about the Labubus. The Labubus weren't important enough to her. I guess I saw a screenshot of it. You were in call! You were in call with us! Sorry, bestie, my brain is fried. It's okay. I understand. You don't care. I'm just messing with you. I don't care that your hands are shaking slightly as you reach for the next thing, yanking a textbook off the shelf, flipping through the pages like you'll find some horrible, guilty secret scrawled in the margins. But of course, there's nothing. Doe takes a step closer, tilting his head slightly as he watches, his expression unreadable. Ah! Thank you so much, Rhea, for the sub! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! Enjoy your emotes, Rhea! I appreciate it so much, thank you! Hey, Elio, hi there, Rhea! Hope you're doing good. How you doing? It's been a bit. Hope you've been doing well. Oh, sick, we're at 420, blaze it! Would he be that careless? You freeze, fingers tightening around the book. You don't like that question, because the answer is no, he wouldn't. That's a good emote. Ethan has always been careful and controlled. He doesn't leave things to chance. He wouldn't leave evidence behind like some idiot in a bad movie. And that infuriates you, because it means he's gonna get away with it. Then just kill him, back! Your breath comes out in a slow, shaky exhale as you shove the book back onto the shelf. It has to be something. You can't just... You shake your head, your voice harsh with frustration. People like him always slip up. Always. He's gonna like push a pregnant woman in front of a subway and then the Phantom Thieves are gonna steal his heart. Do is quiet for a moment, studying you. Then he moves towards the desk. Or wait, he pushed her down the stairs. Was that what he did? I don't know about the Subway Samurai. I never played that. It's my subway for the slamming. Did he like try to push the pregnant woman in front of a subway? Or did he push her down the stairs? I forget. Then he moves towards the desk, reaching down to pick up a few scattered papers, slipping through them with practiced ease. Some sort of bookworm. There's something clerical about the way he scans the pages, eyes darting through the words diagonally, his fingers separating the stack like bookmarks. Have you noticed anything off? Anything different? Well, he always did seem to come home with, like, these splotches on his lips that oddly looked like a decomposing corpse. So, like, Wonder saw the future of Subway Slammer slamming a baby down the stairs. Wait, so he didn't do it? It was in the future? Like, if they didn't stop him, he would have slammed a baby down the stairs? They got, like, a Monado power? Yes? What? Huh? That's a little too silly. That's a little weird. You scoff, rubbing a hand on your face before dropping it to your side. Like, was it like a Sai Nijima flashback where they spoil you about the future? Or was it just like, they just can see into the future now, like That's So Raven? No. Besides the fact that he's a lying piece of shit, he just saw it in the future? What? Huh? What's happening in Persona 5, bro? Wonder can just do that, I guess. Okay. Alright. Sure. Sounds legit. A small breath of amusement escapes Doe's nose, but it's brief, gone in an instant as he sets the papers down and turns his attention entirely to you. Besides that, you think about it. You wonder how he's been avoiding work, avoiding the cemetery. How he's been looking over his shoulder and muttering under his breath when he thinks no one's listening. You know that it's not just because of you. 3. A whisper in his ear, a shadow over his face, and a knife at his back. Did he murder 3 people? Is there like another dead body here? As far as I know, your character just imagines that it's gonna happen. It's like they're Delulu? Also, he did slam Motoha's bestie onto the train tracks, and she will never be able to play ball again. Jeez! It must be something else. You cross your arms, exhaling sharply. He's scared. Doe raises a brow. Of you? You open your mouth ready to say yes, ready to confirm that your haunting is ruining Ethan's life. You've been haunting him for like 1 day, bestie. But you stop, because the truth is, he's just not afraid of you. If he were, he'd be reacting differently. You've been pushing, taunting, doing everything to make him snap, but he just shuts down, ignores you, pretends you don't exist. Yeah, he's probably just thinking that he's going crazy because he saw the person that he killed. Whatever else is haunting him, that's what's making him crack. That's why he keeps looking over his shoulder. Oh, so was I just the rebound after he killed, like, his past lover? No, I wish. But he's scared of something else. Doe doesn't react at first. He just watches you, quiet and thoughtful. Then, slowly, he nods. Maybe he's scared of me. I swear Wonder has a That's So Raven moment about the baby. I'm tempted to download this just to experience the Subway Slammer. And then just uninstall it after I played the Subway Slammer story. You turn to rebut him. Scared of Doe? Yes, yes, that innocent smile, those twinkling eyes. And that fluffy hair truly is the thing of nightmares for any self-respecting macho man. Yeah, I mean, it's always the innocent ones. It's always the innocent ones that are the scary ones. That's all I did. But when you meet his gaze, it makes sense. The basilisk opens its eyes, nails digging into his palms, watering eyes pleading for help, for mercy. A vision of Ethan's hands wrapped around Doe's throat pierces its way into your mind. Images flash, sounds blare. Some kind of sixth sense, like a basilisk thrashing in its wake, washes over your being and sobers your gaiety back into grief and horror. When the phantasm passes, all you remember is a fading memory of when you first met Ethan and the strange marks on his palms. All those times Ethan was looking over his shoulder, muttering things, chances are that was because of Doe. Wait, yeah, because you were following him around too, right? Does that mean Doe's seen you yell at Ethan this whole time? Whoops. So he's probably scared of you. You smile, putting the pieces together. So, what about Doe scares Ethan more than you? What about Doe's death scares him, sends him into night terrors that yours doesn't? That makes sense. Your short-term victorious mindset dissipates as you remember you still have no solid leads on anything. Damn. So we've got one thing figured out, but no dice otherwise. Maybe we could visit the campus? Your eyes light up. Great idea! Good thinking, though. Doe's cheeks tint pink and he looks away. Can we date the ghost? I mean, I just said the obvious thing. As you realize he's right, you laugh a bit. Maybe I'm just stupid then. Not to compare this to Vampire, but what did he ever see in Ethan? I don't know. They didn't really date that long, to be fair. I think they were just co-workers at the morgue. And then they started dating, I guess, after he killed Doe. Do you think kissing a ghost is slimy? I guess that depends. If you're a ghost too, would it just feel like kissing another person? I imagine if you kissed someone while you're corporeal and they're like a ghost, you'd probably just feel like really cold. Bad taste does not make this vampire. Maybe I'm just stupid then. No. I didn't mean to imply that. You shrug it off as he attempts to backtrack, patting him on the shoulder. Don't worry. I know. I'm just playing around. Doe deflates in relief, turning to the door. When will we go? What do you mean? Like, investigate the campus. Now, obviously. You pull him... Oh, excuse me. You pull him through the door before he can protest, heading down the stairs and out of the building. God, I love his little blushing expression. It's so cute. This guy's totally done nothing bad. He's so cute. The campus is quiet. The usual students' crowds replaced by empty walkways and darkened windows. It's strange seeing it like this. Hollow and lifeless, as if the entire place has been abandoned just for you. Doe walks beside you, hands shoved into his pockets. He glances around, eyes tracing the tall building. Finally, he sighs, giving you a sideways look. Why are we still walking? We're ghosts. Shouldn't we be floating around? I'd be floating around if I was a ghost. Screw walking. So, not to question your process or anything, but the college is closed. Nobody's here. That's prejudice, Elio. Huh? You smile. You smirk, shrugging. That's the point. Doe raises an eyebrow, lips twitching upwards. Oh, right, because breaking into places is totally normal ghost behavior. Yeah, no one will notice. And if they do, then people will just call them crazy. Hey, if it works, it works. Besides, I used to sneak in here all the time with one of my friends. What? More like stay super late, fall asleep, and then sneak out, but same thing. Doe looks shocked. There's no way you did that. Hit? What? Why are you so angry? Act like you know me. What if you got caught? I wouldn't have. I'm built different. My friend had a lot of experience in sneaking in and out of places. They were one sneaky kid growing up too. Oh, by the way, I forgot to share this story, but I changed my icon to this this fish that you can catch in Harvestella. Well, it's not a fish, it's a prawn. But you get it through fishing in Harvestella. Because a couple nights ago, I've been trying, on occasion, I'll reinstall Harvestella and play like a little bit to try and get like 100% completion. All I really need to do is like get like normal and rare varieties of everything. So I was trying to catch a rare prawn, And for the life of me, I could not fucking catch it. And so I was kind of like live tweeting it in a way to dwarf the whole time. I kept like getting like regular prawns, or I'd get nothing the whole day, and I felt like the game was just mocking me because the prawn is like a normal ass fish, but it felt like I was fishing for like the super rare one. And that's why he had me change my icon on Twitch to be the prawn from Harvestella. God of the Lake 2.0. It really is! I'm gonna be haunted by that fucking fish forever! Why can I never fish good? You've had a bad influence in your life since childhood? No, I think I'm giving them some bad PR. Let me tell you about them, okay? Sighing, Doe gives you an accepting smile, gesturing you to speak. Their name is Avery, and we grew up together. They didn't get along with their parents, so they often hung out at my house. Probably more often than they were at their own. I'm just imagining... Aubergine. Why did I use her full name? From Amori. My mom really liked having Avery around, and my dad liked how protective they were of me. When I got picked on in middle school, Avery punched one of the bullies. That white boy can't fish? We're gonna reprogram you. That got us both lunch detention. After a while, we became pretty inseparable. You paused, thinking about Avery for the first time in a while. I can't believe I haven't thought of them much since I died. I kind of feel like a trash friend now. Listen, you were focused on getting revenge on the guy that killed you. It's understandable. You're not. You just died, so it's understandable. I bet Avery is wondering where you are. Ashenville Precinct. Dark circles under the eyes. A cocktail of fatigue and agitation that caffeine only aggravates. The man in blue speaks of runaways and probabilities. Most disappearances turn cold after 48 hours. Avery's friend has been missing for 62. Ooh. They seem like a good friend. Sorry for accusing them of being an evil, sneaky guy? What's this?
Teach a man to cook.
Gigi.
Can't fish.
That's true.
Teach a man to fish, and he feeds himself and cooks. When you teach a man to cook and cook not good, he died, starve. Teach a man fish, not starve.
True.
Cook and fish, starve, not. Hunger not when fish man cook, but starve when not catch fish. Teach man fish, feed lifetime. Teach man cook backward. Fish, laugh, love everyone. Parent emoji.
She's so real for that. I fucking love Gigi. You laugh as Doe stumbles over his words. No, you were on the dot. They are an evil, sneaky guy. Come on, let's get back to searching. Doe chuckles, shaking his head as he follows you towards the main building. The doors are locked, but it doesn't matter. You walk straight through, the air chilling as you pass through solid glass and wood like it's nothing. Would ghosts be able to feel that? Like, would they be able to feel the splinters as they phase through wood? Do you think? Doe hesitates at the threshold before stepping forward, his form passing through just as easily. He exhales, rubbing the back of his neck. That's never not gonna feel weird. You glance at him, raising an eyebrow. Still new to the whole being dead thing? I wouldn't say I'm new to it, just... It still catches me off guard sometimes. Yeah, how long have you been dead? Have you been dead for over a month? Am I the rebound? Ghost privileges. You start looking around. Joe joins you, flipping through the pages of a scattered student newspaper someone left behind. You pass by the classroom doors, peeking inside, but nothing seems out of place. Until something does. You stop at one of the bulletin boards, your gaze landing on a neatly pinned article. The headline jumps out first, not because of what it says, but because of the name beneath it. You don't even read the article before you speak. Oh, by the way, Linux! I told Moggy. But, do you have Grand Blue Versus downloaded? Oh, would you look at that? Joe turns to you, confused, before following your gaze. His eyes widen slightly as he sees the name at the bottom of the page. Credited to Ethan Calloway. I'm sure I do. Oogie. Your smirk grows as you gesture towards it. Guess our boy was a little overachiever, huh? Is there any yaoi about Twinks fishing? Yes! City Tama! Yes! That's my favorite anime! I fucking love City Tama! But I'm not home right now. Oh, when are you gonna be home, Linux? Other than City Tama. There probably is. There's probably more fish yaoi. Guess our boy was a little overachiever, huh? Joe steps closer, scanning the page. His expression is unreadable, his brows furrowing as he studies the words carefully. Would Code Geass count? Because Suzaku proceeded to pleasure himself with that fish, if I remember correctly. Would that be counted? The article is about something big. Ethan seems to have discovered more about Ashenville than what was taught in school. I hate you, Elio. You watch him for a moment, then tilt your head. What you thinking about, Ghost Boy? Joe doesn't respond right away. His fingers twitch slightly before he finally exhales, his voice thoughtful. I don't know. I think I've read this before. It has too much table. Damn, true. Wasn't there some yaoi that was called, like, banana fish? Do they fish in that? I mean, it's got fish in the word. It got fish in title, so title fish. Man fish. Banana. Yaoi. Pinor. Bippus. You stare at him. His eyes are still locked onto the page. Finally, he swallows, his voice quieter when he speaks again. I think I went here. I don't know, but there's the fighting game, the Rumble Fish. Do they fish? Do they fish in it? You blink again, your smirk dropping slightly as you process that. Do they fish in free? Do they go fishing in free? I know they like swimming. Do they go fishing? I don't think so. What, this college? He nods slowly, dragging his fingers over the paper, as if touching it will bring someone back to him. Para Phantasm, Phantasm. Doe's eyes glaze over for a mere moment. For some reason, you just know Doe has one of the same Sixth Sense episodes you've been having. Find a yaoi van with fishing. Hold on. I wonder if I can. Hold on. Let me go on VNDB. Let me look up fishing visual novel. Visual novels about fishing. Is Sushi Ben on here? First result. No. Okay. Do they have a fishing? Do they have a fishing tag? That's not a yaoi. Never 7 apparently has fishing. Let's see if it's got a fishing tag. No. Don't. These people. Yeah, I'm seeing nothing. Wait, there's a list? Fish! Okay, they have a tag for fish. They have a tag for fish on VNDB. I love 2 things, fishing and giving head. And I'm all out of fish. Let me see. Okay, so we're on the tag. Let me see. Can I narrow it down to include yaoi? Yes, male on male sex, yes. Search. There's 1 result! Oh yeah, that's a game I can't stream. It's not fishmen. It is not fishmen. Fishing men. You play a college guy. It seems just like normal college guy stuff. But also there's a fish. They have like a fish in an aquarium at their house, apparently. Let me see. What about BL? No, not blowjob. I want boys love. Boy ex-boy romance. Okay, we got another one. This one's called Hooked. I found a fishing yaoi BL. Let's go! When Jay tries to fish, he catches more than just fish. Let's go, VNDB. Okay, where can I get this? Where can I get this VN at? No longer available. Lost Media fishing yaoi visual novel. God damn it. Despair. The untapped market of the gay fishing game. We gotta bring it back. Bring back Hooked. Bring back Hooked. Wait, I think there was like a separate release. Hold on. Rehooked? No longer available. Space Note. Please. Please, bring back. Please. Bring back Hooked. The people need it. The people need fishing yaoi visual novel. It's free real estate. There's a blind spot in the market now. God damn it, why'd I have to be working on a horror visual novel about working at a shitty pharmaceutical when I could have been working on fish yaoi visual novel? Damn it! Yeah, I think I did. I want to check itch and it's down. Oh shoot. Itch.io is down? You cross your arms, raising an eyebrow. It's never too late. Yeah, maybe I'll do the fish yaoi VN after this. I was gonna work on Angel X Demon Y2K Yuri visual novel inspired by the story I came up with when I was in 1st grade. But maybe I gotta go the complete opposite direction. They were down yesterday? Something about a cyber attack. Wait, really? Wow. You think? Hope everything's okay. He steps back, running a hand through his hair. His fingers gripping the strands like he's trying to keep himself grounded. Yeah, it said they were rate limited when I checked. Huh. Hopefully that didn't cause any issues with anything. My major was journalism, just like his. The words come out confident. They weren't even a thought before, but now that they're here, they feel right. He blinks, his eyes flickering up to meet yours, surprised at himself. A clicking sound. The first piece of his sense of self returns into its original position. You're here to witness it. Was it more of an attack to the parent company or something? Oh, like the payment processors or something? It was more of a casualty? Ah. You tilt your head, watching him closely. This is the first time he's remembered something real, or like the hosting site, I guess? I am real. Days upon days of isolation have crystallized within Do. Here in this moment, your presence and recognition melts it all away in an instant. You shift your weight, crossing your R's as you eye him. Yeah, the hosting site sounds right. Dang. You sure about that? I think we should all start using Myosotis again. Do lets out a slow breath, nodding once. Yeah, I am. The last of the bulletin boards offer nothing. The classrooms are empty, even the library. A place you'd deem perfect to hide evidence has nothing to offer. There are no answers here. You sigh, shoving your hands into your pockets as you step back. Oh, that was a waste of time. Do huffs a small laugh, tilting his head as he looks at you. Not a total waste. I remembered something, didn't I? Why are you gonna promote your Neo City? People are just gonna need to find my Neo City. Get out there. You glance at him. His expression is lighter than before. A small smile playing at the edges of his lips. Actually, no, I'm gonna go promote it on Toontown Rewritten. Is that still up? I'm gonna exclusively promote it on Toontown. I know the original Toontown is no longer around, so the rewritten, the fan revival version. Hop on Toontown. There's something almost hopeful in it. Like remembering something, even something as small as a college major, means something. Out of a nameless abyss, after weeks of aimlessness, a faceless ghost finally finds something to hold on to, something to ground him in material reality. The world regains its color. Did they ever make a Club Penguin rewritten? I think Toontown did a Christianity and split into several groups that claimed to be the real deal? Huh? What? You roll your eyes, but don't argue. Yeah, good for you, ghost boy. At least one of you had answers. Joe laughs again, softer this time, shaking his head as he follows you towards the entrance. You step onto the street, your feet making no sound on the pavement. The air is crisp and cool, street lights flickering softly at night. Yeah, it was called Gas of the Penguin, Light of the Club. What? Is this real? Are you guys just pulling my leg? Of course, something feels off, again. Only one Toontown is closest to Christ. What? They got into like a Shin Megami Tensei-esque like war over whose ideals is correct. And it's over fucking Toontown? Or Club Penguin? You slow your steps, waiting for it. The familiar pool, the invisible leash dragging you back whenever you stray too far from Ethan. It's been there since you woke up like this, tethering you to him, keeping you up close. Read what I said again and guess. Oh, gaslight. You're gaslighting me again. Elio, it's survival of the fittest. I ain't surviving. But now, it's gone. You stop completely, frowning. You take another step forward, testing it. Nothing pulls you back. You go farther, past the sidewalk, past the edge of where you know you've been able to go. Still nothing. No resistance. No unseen force yanking you back towards the dorms. Wait, what the hell? Joe stops beside you, his brows furrowing as he looks at you, confused. What? You motion around, stepping even farther just to prove your point. I'm not stuck. I can go wherever I want. That's not how it worked before. Joe's expression shifts, something thoughtful creeping in. He tilts his head, watching you take a few more steps, before unrestrained by whatever force tying you to still unrestrained by whatever force tying you to Ethan before. A ghost of fire and a ghost of ice, both wrapped in the chains of grief and tied to the past. You mean you were stuck before? Like, you couldn't leave? Yeah. Every time I wandered too far, I'd get pulled back, like I was tied to him. You scowl at the thought, crossing your arms. You hate the idea that you were ever stuck with him, that even in death, he had some kind of hold on you. But now, it's different. You can move freely. That's weird. I never had that issue. I could always come and go. Weird. I was always stuck. You've been like a ghost for like 2 days, or what is it, 3 days? You haven't been a ghost that long. You act as if you've been like a ghost for like a year or something. You meet Doe's gaze, searching for an answer in his expression. Why isn't that happening now? Doe looks down, rubbing the back of his neck. He doesn't answer right away. His brows knit together, deep in thought, like he's piecing something together. You wait, watching as his fingers twitch against his sleeve, as his lips press into a thin line. Then after a long pause, he exhales slowly, his voice quieter when he finally speaks. Maybe because we're together? You blink at him. What? He looks up again, meeting your gaze, his expression unreadable. There's no hesitation this time, just quiet certainty. Maybe it's because we're both connected to him in some way, I mean. You nod slowly, the unbreakable chain between you, the constant pull forcing you back to him, but now Doe's here. Like, in the visible sense. So, what? Are you saying we cancel each other out or something? Doe lets out a small chuckle, shaking his head. Not exactly, but maybe... I don't know. Maybe our connection to him balances things out, like 2 forces pulling in different directions instead of just one. Cardinal north, the confinement of the morgue pulls you in. Your body is still in that cramped compartment. Your spirit feels the effects of its enclosure. Meanwhile, Doe's body is... Don't you just trail off like that. Where is his body? You roll your eyes, exhaling sharply. That's the nerdiest way you could have explained that. Doe grins. Journalism major, remember? I have to sound smart sometimes. Something about the way this game is written, I don't know how to describe it. Doe watches you, waiting for your reaction. His explanation makes sense, or at least as much sense as anything does when you're dead and trying to solve your own murder. He shifts slightly, hands still in his pockets, shoulders slightly hunched like he's bracing for you to dismiss his theory entirely. You huff, shaking your head, but you don't argue, because as ridiculous as it sounds, it makes sense. You're both connected to Ethan. You both have some kind of unfinished story time. Maybe we're soulmates? What? Huh? That's a jumping the gun a little bit, isn't it? That makes sense. You don't overthink it. You just nod. Ridiculous as it is, it does make sense. I guess we are soulmates because we're ghosts, but... The connection to Ethan and the way things have shifted all line up. Or at least, as much as anything in this afterlife does. That makes sense. Doe watches you for a second, expecting more of the argument, but when you don't add anything else, he also nods, relaxing slightly. Yeah. You glance back at the street, staring at the wide open path ahead, the possibilities stretching further than ever. You could leave now. You could go anywhere. You're not chained anymore. But you don't leave. Neither of you do. Then a glow catches your eye. It's initially subtle, like the faintest sliver of warm color creeping up behind the skyline, a soft golden hue bleeding into the deep purples and blues of the night, the first hint of sunrise. Doe sees it too. He tilts his head, watching as the sky changes, the way the edges of the clouds begin to glow. He stares, his lips parting slightly, something unreadable flickering across his face. The sunrise. You glance at him. Haven't seen one in a while. Dill lets out a breath of a laugh, shaking his head slightly. Not like this. You frown slightly, about to ask what he means, but before you can, his expression shifts. His posture straightens somewhat, his gaze flickering away from the sky and back towards the direction of the dorms. His smile fades, his voice returning to something more focused. We should return before Ethan wakes up. Don't want him getting suspicious. Besides, I need to watch him and figure out what the hell is going on. I mean, I feel like if I was a guy getting haunted by a ghost, I wouldn't start getting suspicious because the ghosts aren't there. I'd be like, oh, thank God. I'm not going crazy anymore. You don't want him getting suspicious. Besides, you still need to watch him and understand what the hell is going on. Yeah, let's go. The two of you turn, retracing your steps back towards the dorms. The streets are still empty, and the quietness of early morning is strangely eerie. It's time most people don't see. Too late for the night, too early for the morning. The dorm building comes into view, its windows reflecting the slow sunrise, still half asleep, much like the students inside. You're about to step through the doors when movement catches your eye. A figure. Dressed in all black, moving carefully, and slipping out of the building as if trying not to be seen. You stop immediately, your breath stilling. Not that it matters anymore. Doe follows your gaze, eye narrowing slightly as he registers the person leaving the dorms. Who the hell? The figure doesn't look back. Given the time, you haven't gotten much of it to loiter, so you've forced to brush it off and continue to Ethan's room. He's already stirring, earlier than usual. He moves slowly, mechanically, like his mind is somewhere else entirely, as he gets out of bed, grabs his bag, and heads out the door. You and Doe follow. It's routine now, following Ethan through the motions of his day, watching how he carries himself, searching for something out of place. But today, you've noticed something. Ethan is tense. Not in the same way as before. Not the usual cold, controlled, careful way he holds himself together. This is different. His shoulders are tight. His steps a little too fast. His head turning slightly occasionally like he's checking something. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Tempe! Good morning, Tempe! Hope you're doing good. Oh god, yeah. I needed that hydrate, thank you. Text message sent 2 days ago at 5:12 p.m. Hey Ethan, noticed you didn't come into work yesterday. Just checking in. Things are a little weird here, but you know how it is. Anyways, text me when you can. See ya. I feel like if that was like my boss would be like, you didn't come to work? You motherfucker, you're gonna get your ass fired. Don't you ever do that to me ever again, bastard. Like he's looking at something. At first he smirked, arms crossed as he kept pace with him. Man, he must be getting to him. Hi Story! Hope you're having a fun stream. What visual novel is this? This is Myosotis, which is about how we got killed by our ex-boyfriend, because he killed us, we're no longer together, and we are haunting him. And we've met another guy that he murdered, called Doe, after John Doe, and we're working together to find out what exactly is wrong with this man. and why he's killing so many people, I guess. Doe raises an eyebrow, glancing at you. What do you mean? Look at him. He keeps checking over his shoulder. Text message sent yesterday at 8:43 p.m. Where have you been? Everyone at work is looking for you. The archive is locked. No one knows where the master key is. The cops came to ask questions twice this week. What happened? Okay, that sounds more like a boss text message. Ethan does it again. You watch him closely, grinning as you step closer, leaning in as if he can hear you. Text message sent today at 3:37 a.m. I spent the night at the police station with Avery. We kept asking if they found any leads. Meanwhile, you're nowhere to be found? I know you've been going to class, prick. Answer me ASAP. I feel like this, just by itself, should be enough to get this guy taken away by the police. Because he was dating us, and we've been missing for like 63 hours or whatever. We've been reported missing. And he's still just going to classes like normal. I think they should also break into the morgue if it is locked. Just a feeling, you know? I feel like the police should be able to do that. What's wrong, Ethan? I'm not haunting you enough? Interesting. Make sure to give him the people's elbow. Nothing. No reaction. Of course not. Instead, he just keeps moving. And then, the more you watch him, the more something strange catches your eye. He's not looking at you. You frown, tilting your head slightly. He checks over his shoulder again, and you follow the movement, expecting him to stare at the space you're taking up, where he knows you are. But his gaze doesn't land there. It doesn't land on Doe either. Ethan's looking past both of you. Your stomach twists slightly, but you don't know why. Something about it makes the back of your mind itch, make your skin... no, whatever you have left, crawl. It's a bit delayed, but I made something and sent it to you. Oh! Let me take a look. Oh my god! Holy crap! Hold on, chat. You gotta look at this. A fucking Toontown Club penguin Shinmugami Tensei. If only people would think and act for the sake of their fellow men. Just imagine it. And then we got fucking Walter being Club Penguin. Oh my god. This is great, Moggy. I love it. Why does OBS put it in as so tiny? Have you begun to notice yet how this world is beyond salvation? Oh my god. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Moggy. Put that right here. Who would be Isabeau? Who would be Isabeau for like the children's like, oh god, what do they call them? I found one of my favorite TikTok artists recently. Oh? Oh, who? Yeah, I'm trying to think of who would be Isabeau in this comparison. There's Toontown, Club Penguin, Wizard 101. That's true. That's true. That would be Isabeau. Also, welcome home, Linux. Did you see that? His voice is quieter than before, more serious. You nod slowly, your smirk dropping as your arms fall to your side. Also, I found, and there are at least 8 Toontown games. Yeah, rewritten projects seem to have like a lot of drama and infighting over like which rewritten is like the better rewritten. And like some rewrittens do like the most recent version of Toontown. Some versions do like a specific era of Toontown. Makes sense. Yeah. You both go silent, watching. Ethan moves through campus over the course of hours, going through classes and passing by groups of students, all of them oblivious to whatever the hell is wrong with them. He keeps checking. He keeps looking past you, glancing over his shoulder, scanning for something neither of you can see. Yeah, they did a Christianity. The name is DM, and they're really funny. Ooh, I'll have to check them out sometime then. He's afraid. But not of either of you. Is there another dead body? You exchange a glance with Joe. His face is unreadable, but you know he's thinking the same thing. Weird. Joe nods slightly, slowly, his lips pressing together into a thin line. Yeah, weird. Eventually, the sun sinks below the skyline, painting the city in deep oranges and purples. The long day comes to a close, and Ethan finally heads back to his dorm, still wound tight, still looking over his shoulder. It's strange, watching him go through his nightly routine and act like nothing's wrong when everything is wrong. Huh. Joe must notice the tension in your shoulders because of Ethan. Because as Ethan finally settles into his bed, his voice cuts through the silence, calm and easy. May I send you one of my favorite ones from them? Yeah, sure. Go right ahead. I'll probably like eat some lunch after this VN in between this and Grand Blue. So I will watch it then. You look like you're about to combust. You scoff, crossing your arms. Gee, thanks. Joe smirks but doesn't push it. He just leans back against the wall, thoughtful, watching you like he's trying to read something in your expression. So, what's the next move? Uh-huh. Hold on. Hey, does Itch.io back up? Because out of curiosity, I was like kind of Googling what happened to Itch.io. It seems to be up now. At least for me. Yeah, it's up? Uh-huh. You hesitate, shifting your weight. That's the problem. You don't know. You've been following Ethan, waiting for something to happen. Waiting for some massive reveal. Now things are more complicated than ever. You're free from your tether to him, but you're still here. Joe's starting to remember things, but only in pieces. And Ethan's scared of something that isn't you. Jealous much? You run a hand down your face before sighing, frustration curling in your chest. I have no idea. Joe hums, tilting his head slightly. Oh, they were down 3 days ago? Time blurred for me. Wait, really? I feel like I was on itch.io like 2 nights ago. Because I downloaded some games for the subathon. Hopefully that didn't cause any issues for me, because I downloaded during then. You frown, looking at him. He doesn't say anything right away. He just watches you, thoughtful, patient, like he's waiting for you to catch up. When you don't, he exhales, straightening up. You're stressing yourself out. You raise an eyebrow at him. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I wasn't allowed to be pissed off about being murdered. Joe chuckles softly, shaking his head. Tried sending it, but you only get DMs from friends. Do you have a section for memes on your Discord? Yeah. You can just pop it in the media section. You know that's not what I mean. You glare, waiting for him to get to the point. He gestures towards the door, the campus outside, and anything that isn't this cramped, suffocating dorm. Come on, let's go somewhere. Clear our heads. You blink. That was not what you were expecting. You're expecting some profound revelation or realization, but instead he just wants to take a break. You open your mouth, ready to argue, ready to say that you don't have time for this, but then you realize something. You're tense. Your fists have been clenched for hours. Your mind keeps circling the same damn thoughts over and over, like it's eating itself alive. You've been running at full speed towards answers, but still haven't found them. Joe may have a point. You huff, rolling your eyes, but you don't argue. Instead, you shove your hands in your pocket, exhaling slowly. There's no games in the BL and fishing section on itch. God, why did we lose our one fishing BL game? Why is it lost media now? The people want fishing BL. Fine. Where to, Ghost Boy? How about a park? Sent 2 of my faves? Ooh, okay. We'll watch it during my lunch break then. Yeah, untapped market. We gotta, Moggy, we gotta make a fishing yaoi game. Fishing men pounding fishing men. That VN is sleeping with the fishes. Oh my god, that's like the perfect name for a yaoi fishing VN. Sleeping with the fishes. It was destiny. That's what we should name our yaoi fishing visual novel, Sleeping with the Fishes. And maybe one of the men that you can date is like a fish man, like a merman. And you're a double entendre, sleeping with the fishes. That's your big idea? You want to go sit on a bench and feed pigeons or something? By the way, have any of you ever played Harvest Moon? Have any of you thought about, like, the fucked up significance of being able to marry the mermaid? And, like, if you don't get with her, I think, like, she gets with, like, the scientist that keeps her locked up in, like, a bathtub in his, like, science lab. Like, she's got no enclosure. She can't, like... She can't go anywhere in the bathtub. at a drink called Harvest Moon. I think I didn't play that one. Yeah, there's a mermaid in some Harvest Moon games, and you can marry her. And she just kind of sits in a bathtub, or like, sometimes she'll like be in like a little lake that you can come and see her. But in one of the games, she's in this guy's lab, and she's just like in a bathtub. And he like does experiments on her and like falls in love with her. I played one with a cute librarian. Oh, you probably played like probably 64 or something? Because that sounds like Mary. Fucked up. I wonder if I could find a picture of her in the bathtub. Mermaid. Harvest Moon. Wife. Yeah, Leia. That was her name. Yeah. Oh my god, it's located in the kitchen! Her bathtub is near the kitchen so she can make him meals. Oh my god. I forgot that. Yeah, I remember her saying that she cooks the scientist meals because her bath is right next to the kitchen counter. And get a picture of her sitting in the bathtub. Okay, Starry Goody Boy, listen! Listen! Fucked up. Fucked up. Yeah, and if you marry her, she finally gets out of the bathtub. You don't have to commute to the scientist man's lab to go see your wife. You like take her and put her in like a little pond. Like you have to buy a pond for your farm so that you can marry her. and she's just stuck in that pond now. That's so screwed. What were they thinking? Doe grins. Well, you seem like you need something to hit, so maybe you can just fight a tree instead. Yeah, better a pond than a bathtub, I guess. Yeah, you can at least, like, move around a little bit in it. It's still, like, not a very good enclosure. She probably doesn't get very much things to do in a pond, but... You roll your eyes, but you don't agree. You don't argue. A park sounds nice. Open space, quiet, a chance to stop suffocating in Ethan's shadow for 5 minutes. You tilt your head towards the door. Fine, let's go. Doe nods and you both head out, slipping through the door with ease. But the second you do, you stop. There's someone outside Ethan's room. A figure dressed in black hunched near the door. At first you think maybe it's some idiot trying to break in and steal something, but then you realize they're not trying to get in. They're peering through the keyhole, whispering something under their breath, low and urgent. You are not the only one who has counted the days in quiet fury. Is this another ghost? How many people are you killing, bro? You and Doe both freeze, your eyes narrow, your body instinctively tensing. What the hell? Doe shifts beside you, his expression sharp, watching the figure closely. What are they saying? You try to listen, trying to catch any words, but it's too soft, just barely out of reach. But the tone? It's wrong. Blowing fast, not like someone trying to cast a spell or anything ridiculous, but someone desperate. Someone talking to themselves, repeating something over and over. Their heads snap up. You feel your stomach drop as they stop whispering and slowly, carefully turn their head towards the hallway. But there's nothing to see. You and Doe are invisible, unseen, unheard. It's another ghost! And yet, the figure hesitates. Then without a word, they bolt. Another fucked up marriage candidate from Rune Factory, which is like a spin-off of like Story of Seasons / Harvest Moon, is in Rune Factory Frontier. There was like this one girl. I thought she was cute, and so I was trying to marry her. And like when you marry her, like her favorite foods are like chocolate, and like she's like a little bit chubby. And like when you start dating her, you can like force her to diet and not have anything. And so she'll be like, oh, I can't have that anymore. And so you can like marry her either as she is, like when you first meet her, like in the middle of her dieting, or when she's like stupid skinny and it's really fucked up. They disappear down the hall, moving quickly, silent footsteps fading. I mean, I guess at least they gave me the option to stay with her as she is, because I thought she was cute. Just immediately. Like, I didn't think she needed to go and do, like, a diet. I remember, like, some of her words, like, talking about her diet was, like, unhealthily bad dieting, and I'm like, no. You and Joe stare after them, a thick silence settling between you. Okay, that wasn't creepy at all. Also, I think you could... Whenever I think about beds in, like, video games, I just think of Rune Factory Frontier, how you can go into every person's house and, like, sleep on their bed, and then, like, you wake up and you describe what their bed smells like. So every time I interact with a game in a bed, I'm like, well, ooh, what does this bed smell like? Okay, the one that I played was Back to Nature, because I was really into PS1 emulation way back when. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've never played Back to Nature. The first Harvest Moon game I played was A Wonderful Life. I really love A Wonderful Life. You can die in that game. Like, the end game of A Wonderful Life is dying. And then you unlock, like, heaven mode, where you never die, and you're like an old man farming. Should we follow them? You consider it. You really, really consider it. But then you glance back at Ethan's room. You don't know what that person was doing, but it wasn't good. Oh, Wonderful Life, like the movie. I get it. Yeah, and then the girl version where you play as a girl was called Another Wonderful Life. Still, you can't tell if chasing them right now will get you closer to the necessary answers. You still already decided to take a break, and honestly, you still need it. I remember playing Another Wonderful Life as a kid and feeling like I got ripped off, because all of the girls in A Wonderful Life were like super cute, and I loved all of them. Like, I remember I dated all of them in A Wonderful Life, and then I played Another Wonderful Life, and your choices is Rock, which even as a kid, I recognized that him trying to get with, like, the girl that's, like, super younger than him was, like, really weird, and how he was kind of, like, oh, how do you describe it? Like a kid whose parents, like, let them get away with anything. A spoiled kid that grew up to be an adult was what he was like. And then there was this one guy that didn't have a house and he just played on guitar. And then there was like this guy that tried to like arrange a marriage with his cousin, I think, if you don't marry either of them. And then like another one was, who was the other one? There was like another one, wasn't there? Or was it just those three? Yeah, I think it was just those three. None of those choices were good. You let out a breath, shaking your head. Oh my god, they were really scraping the bottom of the barrel because they had to choose like men from A Wonderful Life to make into bachelors, and they're like, I just looked at those choices. They're rancid. Yeah, it was not a good start at their targeting the female demographic. No, let's stick to the plan. We can deal with this later. Doe doesn't argue. He just nods, glancing at the hallway before the two of you slip outside. The air is crisp, the world wide open. Who up Myosotis? Hey, Barn, how's it going? We're talking about terrible marriage options in video games. How you doing? You let yourself enjoy that freedom, even if it won't last. The city stretches behind you, but in the quiet of the park, it feels like another world entirely. The sound of distant traffic fades into nothing, the soft rustling of trees replacing the constant hum of urban life. Joe walks a little slower, his shoulders looser than before. You hop up onto the fountain stone edge, balancing with your arms outstretched like a tightrope walker. Do you think I could still fall in? Joe glances up at you, his brow raising slightly in amusement. Yeah, do ghosts drown? That depends. Do ghosts have balance? There are no terrible marriage options. There are only the options I pick and the options other people pick. Wrong. Did you know about this, Barn? Did you know about the mermaid that lives in a bathtub in a guy's lab? And her bathtub is located next to the kitchen so she can cook meals for him? I guess we're about to find out. And then, like, if you marry her, you just plop her in a pond. I don't play Harvest Moon, so I was not aware of this particular mermaid. I forget, can you have kids in that game? Hold on. Can you have kids with Leia? What are the ethics on that? Yeah, she's not available for marriage until you get a pond. Can you have babies with her? Oh, apparently she goes into the sea at one point and just leaves your ass. Okay. That's cool. Oh, Celia from the boys version is really cute. Yeah, I love Celia. Celia's super cute. I assume so. You take an exaggerated step forward, pretending to stumble. For a moment, you think you might tip forward, that maybe gravity still has a hold on you, but nothing happens. Your body isn't yours anymore. The world doesn't touch you the way it used to. You don't make waves. You don't make a sound. You don't make a Genshin impact. But Joe laughs anyway. It's soft at first, just a tiny chuckle under his breath, but then it becomes more fundamental. You glance over at him and he's smiling. Really smiling. Sheets of ice around the boy's heart melt away. Apathy and resignation reside, giving way to a timid gentleness, bare skin in the summer sun after a long winter. Not that soft, careful expression you've seen before. Not like he's trying to comfort you or watching his words. This is different. It's easy. Unrestrained. Oh, speaking of mermaids, I got curious last night about if Russia had a mythology or pantheon, since the majority of people only talk about Roman, Greek, Japanese, and sometimes Indian pantheons myths. Oh, yeah? What would you find? You step down from the fountain edge, stretching your arms behind your head before flopping onto a nearby bench, staring at the sky. Man, I almost forgot what it was like just to chill. Doe hums, stepping closer before sitting down at the opposite end of the beach. He leans back, eyes half-lidded, watching the tree branches sway overhead. It's a lot about royal families, no? Like the Tsar and Rasputin and such? Alright, yeah, Rasputin. They do have one, and there's a type of mermaid called a rusalki, which are represented as the souls of young women who died by drowning. It's so crazy how many, like, mythos have, like, the same exact thing. Yeah, it's nice. Like, I feel like almost every mythology has, like, some form of, like, mermaid that is, like, they drowned. There's a long pause, a comfortable one. You almost let yourself sink into it. Almost let yourself forget what you are, what happened, and everything keeping you tied to this place. Then Joe exhales slowly. When you glance at him, his expression has shifted again. He is thinking, you can tell. His gaze is distant, focused on something that isn't there. But freed from the frost, rage, grief, and the promise of a future that will never come, dark, deep-rooted emotions, once buried, come to resurface like black serpents, coiling within Doe's mind, casting shadows over his face. The page I found originally didn't word it like that. It worded it as such. They are depicted as deceased children, or the souls of virgins who died tragically, and I got sad because Twy will reincarnate as a Rusalki. Well, that's only if he that's only if he drowns, right? Or do you just become a Rusalki no matter how you die? Also, hi there, Phoenix! No, hello! Good morning! Fuck off! I knew this was coming. You remember? Part of you wants to ask him about it. What do you remember? But another part of you doesn't. Not yet. Not when this moment still feels light. You don't want to ruin it just yet. So instead, you smirk, tilting your head towards him. I didn't peg you for the type who enjoys sitting around in a park. Doe blinks, pulled from his thoughts. He raises an eyebrow. Glad to hear you got some type of sleep. Yee, I got good amount of sleep last night. It feels good to not have, like, fog in your head. It feels real good. Oh yeah? What type did you peg me for? Oh, I could peg you alright. I don't know. You got that whole I think too much energy. I figured if I ever saw you in a park, you'd be one of those guys writing in a journal and drinking some overpriced coffee. Contemplating life or some shit. Joe lets out a surprised laugh, shaking his head. Surprisingly not, though. It's most typical for drowning, but really it's on if they were either murdered by their spouses or game-ended themselves and were disposed of in water. You know I had to do it to him. Well, we know one of those isn't gonna happen to Twy. So, maybe he won't become a Rusalki. Okay, first of all, ouch. Second of all, that's not that far off. He grins as he shakes his head again, more amused than offended. He leans back against the bench, stretching his arms slightly before resting them behind his head. There's hope. Yeah, Twy just can't drown. And then he's good. But for the record, my coffee was never overpriced. I worked at a supermarket. It has its benefits. So, you admit you had a journal. Doe huffs, rolling his eyes. Maybe. Why are you looking angry? Blink and you miss it. Years of a life buried in books. Wasted. Years of academic hardship and constant belittlement. Wasted. Years of a reserved disposition and a tendency not to bother others. Wasted. Oh, and a blink gone. Twink gone. You chuckle, shaking your head as you stretch across the bench, letting your fingers ghost over the surface. Ironic. Doe must catch something in your expression, because he shifts slightly, observing you. Do you ever think about what it felt like before? I understood that reference. You glance at him, frowning softly. Before? Doe nods, looking down at his hands, fingers flexing slightly like he's trying to remember what it was like to hold something. Well, you guys have not been dead that long. 10 miles away, in a neighboring city, inside a small second-story apartment, a young woman's fingers twitch reflexively. A childhood memory washes over her. A game of catch with her little brother. They don't talk anymore. Her choice. Yet now she wonders if he's well and what he's up to. Unaware that his decomposing body lays in a forest, covered in moss and maggots. I don't know. Just existing. Feeling things. I try to remember what the sun felt on my skin, but it's weird. It's like I know it was warm, but I don't actually remember the feeling. They're married now. His voice is quiet, almost absent-minded. What if you were super yandere and he thought, I better strike first? Gotta get him before he gets me. You stare at him momentarily, then let out a slow breath. Yeah, I get that. You glance up at the sky again. It's strange, how the world keeps moving without you. The way the sun still rises, the wind still moves, and the city still breathes like nothing ever changed. Like you were never even here. Like Doe's only college friend never invited him out to the park and into the woods. Like that friend never grew jealous of some imagined academic excellence Doe possessed. Like that friend never wrapped his hands around Doe's throat and watched the life leave his eyes. Simple hand soloed that fucking guy. Hashtag hand shot first. Doe shifts beside you, voice softer when he speaks again. What do you think we're supposed to do? You turn your head towards him. Supposed to what? Supposed to hurt him, or to bring him to justice, or just to let it go. That makes you pause. Let go? You don't know. You haven't even let yourself think about that. What does it mean to let go? Would that make you disappear? Would it change anything? Could you even let go when you still don't have answers? I want revenge! Kill! Kill! Your heart grows cooler. I want him to die. To suffer. Everything he did to me. Doe doesn't push for an explanation. He just nods, exhaling slowly, watching as the trees sway in the morning breeze. Yay, revenge! I'm petty. I'm getting revenge. I'm not gonna be the better person. You're dead. What do you want? I must go as my people need me. The people is me and the need is touching grass. Oh, and enjoy going outside, Barn. See you later. I want to remember my name. My life outside of my death. I've actually put together some things, but I don't remember my childhood. Nothing about growing up. Just death and college. Oh. Is there even any point to it? I'm dead. It doesn't really matter anymore. I don't know, maybe someone can do like a demonic like thing and bring you back. You don't have an answer for him. Instead, your eyes switch around in lieu of your brain trying to solve his problem. Why don't we go to the cemetery? What is this? I get a bit nervous anytime I see a cop strolling around. So true, Bayleaf. Base leaf. Doe nods, standing up to follow you. The cemetery looms ahead, quiet and still, where souls go to rest. You're not sure why he suggested the cemetery. A simple gut feeling called to you. He dries his tears. You want to help him, and Your gut tells you the cemetery will mend his broken spirit. The iron gates stand open, the path leading inside lined with old trees, their branches twisting like outstretched hands. This is where you used to work. This is where you spent hours wandering before you died. And now? Now you're walking through it with someone just as dead as you. Wait, are the morgue and the graveyard connected? I thought they were like separate businesses that like worked together, I guess. Besides you, Doe hesitates at the entrance. It's subtle, but you catch the way his step falters just slightly. Wait, no, yeah, a morgue would be at a graveyard. I'm dumb. You stop walking, tilting your head slightly as you glance at him. I was thinking of like the morgue as more of like a forensics thing, but no, like the morgue is just wait, no. Wouldn't it be like a forensics thing? I would imagine they gotta be close, yeah. Is a morgue a forensics thing, or is it like a graveyard thing? I thought it was like a forensics thing. So it would be more... Forensics is the police, no? Forensics is like, yeah, kind of like that. They're like looking into why a person died. Is that not what a morgue does? What does the morgue do? I thought morgues were to like keep the body to like investigate it. Isn't a morgue in the hospital? Oh, maybe. The morgue is where they get the corpse ready for the funeral. I think it's for anyone. The body would still need to be prepped. Yeah, what is a morgue? What is a morgue? What is a morgue? A place where bodies are kept, especially to be identified or claimed. Okay, so I guess that could be at a graveyard. I just thought of it as more of a thing to investigate how they died. You good? Doe blinks like you just pulled him out of a thought he didn't realize he was having. He exhales, rubbing the back of his neck before shaking his head. Yeah, just weird being back here, I guess. He steps forward, pushing through the gates, pushing himself inside. He doesn't wait for you. He just moves, his shoulders stiff and his jaw set. Just keeps walking. I finally hit the 1 in 6 Wordle. It was finally that word. Truly ideal. Oh, I'm thinking of a mortuary. Oh, okay. I see. You follow, your footsteps silent against the dirt path. The air is still thick, not with grief, not precisely. My strat is to start every Wordle with penis. It's the weight of memory, and of all the lives laid to rest here, of all the people who still exist in some way because they have names carved in stone. Someday I'll get it too. I don't know if they're gonna make penis be a Wordle. Call it a weird feeling, but I don't think they're gonna do that. Proof that they mattered. Doe doesn't have that, and that's why you're here. I suck at Wordle, to be honest. Yeah, me too. Doe moves slowly, scanning each grave as you pass. His eyes flick from name to name, searching, waiting for something to click. They should make it urine. No, but they have to. Kids play Wordle, Lennox! You watch him, arms crossed, waiting for that moment. Waiting for recognition to light up his face. For him to stop and say, "This is it. This is me." Or else everything will be in vain. I really don't think they're gonna make a Wordle say penis. I really don't think they're gonna do that. I think like the like Christian moms that play a Wordle every day and talk about it with their Bible friends would get pissed off. But that moment never comes. Lennox just gotta get hired at the place who do Wordle. Then it can be guaranteed to be it. You pass old graves with names that have long since faded. past newer ones with fresh dirt still settling into the earth. The whole time, Doe doesn't say a word. He just looks and looks and looks. And then eventually, he stops. Not because he found something, not because something clicks, but because he knows, just as much as you do, that there's nothing here. It's not like they're showing them a penis. Yeah, but people will still get pissed off because it's the word. Kids will think it's the funniest shit ever. Yeah, and the church ladies will be pissed. The old Wordle people had a meltdown at the word being anime. Christian mothers don't know how to read. They don't have much in their life that they can be happy about, especially if they're Jehovah's Witness, because they can't play much other than Wordle. There's no headstone with his name, no marker of his existence, nothing. It's like he was never here at all. I remember because my aunt is Jehovah's Witness, and like with Jehovah's Witness, you can't like engage in like entertainment stuff. Like you can't like read a bunch of stuff. You can't like play games and all that. And so she took up to collecting a lot of like word puzzle games. I think Wordle is actually probably very, very popular with like super religious people, because like word games like that is like one of the only things that is like acceptable. Who's Jehovah and what did they witness? They witnessed some shit, I guess. They made like a bunch of people witness it. Doe exhales slowly, his shoulders sinking as he stares at a blank patch of grass between two graves. He's looking for his own grave, a sign that he lived, passed away, and was mourned. He finds none. He lets out a short, humorless laugh, shaking his head slightly. Yeah, because I remember when I lived with her for a little bit, I had my cell phone, and she got like really angry at me for like scrolling on my cell phone because I was like texting my uncle, and then she like threw my phone. Guess that would have been too easy, huh? You don't say anything at first. He doesn't look angry, just tired. He let himself hope for something, even for a second. Now that hope settles into disappointment. I'm gonna take a quick nap. Have fun being all cool, Elio. See you later, Phoenix. I think today's the last day of TwitchCon, right? Or maybe it was yesterday. Either way, I hope you're having a good time. You bump your shoulder against his. Well, look at it this way. You can definitely go by John Doe. Doe huffs out a small laugh, shaking his head. Oh, you're going... Ooh, the San Diego Zoo! Ooh, I've always wanted to go to the San Diego Zoo. I heard the San Diego Zoo's got like a bunch of animals. I hope you have fun. Right, yeah. That's a weird kind of freedom, I guess. I'll take pics of a bunch of stuff. You better! I want to see them! But his smile doesn't last. It lingers for a second, then fades at the edges like it was never fully there. You heard the zoo has animals? Well, no, the San Diego Zoo is like huge. I think it's the hugest zoo in California. You see it in his eyes, the sadness buried underneath, the quiet ache of not knowing. No name, no past, no certainty. John Doe, you're the only thing grounding him to reality at the moment. Having a name, even a temporary one, is enough to prevent his complete shutdown. Just fragments of memory slipping through his fingers like sand. I've always wanted to go there, or like, I want to go back to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, because I went there when I was a kid, and I loved it. It was so cool. He runs a hand through his hair, exhaling slowly before looking at you again. So, what now? Your gaze flickers towards the edge of the cemetery, where the trees stretch towards the sky, their branches swaying slightly in the wind. There's a trail there leading into the forest. A quiet place to think, A place to breathe. If either of you could still do that. Or would something busier be better? The city's alive beyond the cemetery gates, and the streets are full of people going about their night. Downtown isn't far. Maybe the noise, the movement, the life will help pull Doe out of his head for a little while. But then there's another thought. It's a colder one. The morgue. If you want answers, to know the truth, that's where they are. The place where your body was last seen. You could go there now. Maybe there's something you missed. Perhaps it's time to stop avoiding it. You cross your arms, glancing at Doe. You have a few options. Doe raises an eyebrow, waiting. We could take a walk in the forest, clear our heads, figure out what to do next. You nod towards the tree line, watching as Doe follows your gaze. His expression stays unreadable. Or we could go downtown, see if anything jogs your memory. His lips press together slightly, thoughtful, but he doesn't answer immediately. You take a breath, knowing the next option is the real one that matters. Or we go to the morgue. Doe tenses slightly. It's not much. His expression darkens just a bit, the ghost of a frown settling in before he smooths it over. You wait, letting the option settle between you. Eventually, Doe tilts his head, considering. Your call, partner. You roll your eyes at that, but you can't help the slight smirk that tugs at the corner of your lips. We're partners, though? Don't call me that. Doe just grins. Too late. Oh, I like that sprite. You shake your head, exhaling slowly as you make your choice. This decision may seal my fate. Let's skip to the morgue. I assume this will get me a bad ending. You begin walking towards the morgue. You don't really want to be there, but there's no evidence of Doe anywhere. Not at the cemetery, not in the records, nowhere. There should have been something, some kind of proof, but there wasn't. It doesn't make sense. Oh, whoops. None of this makes sense. So, you're here. Doe follows close behind, quieter than usual. He hasn't said much since the cemetery. You don't blame him. You wouldn't know what to say either. He doesn't need to breathe, but he still exhales, long and slow, his voice barely a whisper. This place gives me the creeps. You huff, the sound more bitter than amused. I used to work here, you know. Doe turns to you, brow furrowing slightly. Yeah? You nod, fingers dragging along the metal of one of the storage drawers, the coldness of it bleeding through even though you don't feel the temperature anymore. Back before all this, it was just a job. You glance at him. Guess it's different now, huh? Doe doesn't smile. He just looks around. Eyes flickering to the cabinets, the storage spaces, the empty tables meant for people who actually existed. Yeah. His voice is distant. Something inside you twists at the sound of it, but you push forward. Morgue alligator gets you. I want a morgue alligator. That sounds sick. You don't know what you're looking for. Not exactly, but you know you recognize it when you see it. There's something here. So you start searching. You move quickly. Cabinets, drawers, storage spaces. Your hand ghosts all over that. This writer thinks they're slick. Ripping them over with your otherworldly ability, then slamming them shut. It doesn't matter what's inside. None of it matters. Everything else is just noise until you find what you're looking for. The silence is thick. Then you stop. Your eyes catch on something out of place. A bag. Nothing remarkable, nothing fancy. Just a simple worn bag tucked into the back of a storage unit. You reach out, your fingers... Come on, Ryder. You really don't have to keep saying ghosting over the material before you pull it forward, unzipping it slowly. Ha ha ha. The joke's not funny anymore. Inside, there are items. Personal belongings, things shoved inside carelessly, discarded like they no longer mattered. And among them, old student IDs. You furrow your brows, pulling them out, flipping through them. Names, faces, forgotten students who must have come through here at some point. One ID catches your attention. You move to grab it, half expecting it to fall out of your ghostly hands, but it doesn't. Your fingers tighten around it as you bring it closer, staring at the name, the photo, the piece of the puzzle that was missing until now. You freeze, looking at the text on the ID. What? Ethan Calloway. We already knew his name. When you flip the ID over, you aren't met with Ethan. Wait, is he? Is Doe? Is Doe's real name Ethan and he killed him and started using his name? No, well, you are. Not just Ethan's. Doe's. You don't breathe. You don't move. This is wrong. So wrong. There's another one. Another ID. Another name. And the name? Jude Marshall. You frown, confusion breaking through the horror building in your chest. Your hands shake as you turn the ID over, expecting what? Oh, thank you for the follow, Domingos! I hope you enjoy it here. Welcome. You frown, confusion breaking through the horror building in your chest. Your hands shake as you turn the ID over, expecting what? Expecting a stranger's face? Expecting someone that you don't recognize? But it's not a stranger. It's the face you've been following this whole time. The face you've spoken to, haunted, tormented. The face of the person you thought you knew. The face that was supposed to belong to Ethan. But it doesn't. Jude's face stares back at you, you know? He does look like he'd be a Jude. He kind of looks like Jude from Tales of Xillia a little bit. Everything slots together. Jude isn't Ethan. Jude killed Ethan. And now he's using his name. You know, I would kind of want to go by Ethan instead of Jude myself. You don't notice that your hands have started shaking. The ID card in your grip feels heavier than it should. Like, imagine your name is like Mix Morgan Jensen's son, and then you see someone whose name is just like Chris. Yeah, I'd want to kill them and take their name. I don't want to be Morgan Morgan Jensen. Doe, or rather Ethan, hasn't spoken. Not since you pulled the cards out. He stands beside you, staring. You saw the IDs as well. Now his eyes are back on you. Jude. You barely recognize your own voice. The name is poison in your mouth. Ethan flinches slightly, his fingers twitching like he wants to grab the card, but doesn't trust himself to move. Jude Marshall. The name feels foreign and familiar all at once. You know it now. You know him now. Wait, Were you dating? Okay, I'm confused. So we were dating him, and we knew of him as Ethan, because we saw his name as Ethan before we even died. But also we knew him as Jude? I'm confused. It still doesn't feel real. You turn, looking at Ethan, really looking at him. His hands are clenched at his sides, his shoulders tense, His eyes locked back onto the student IDs like they're a time bomb waiting to go off. And maybe they are. You don't finish. You don't have to. Yeah. That's all he says. You were dating a liar this entire time. A murderer. A snake who shed its skin and stapled the flesh of another onto its back to pretend it was something it wasn't. Yeah, Elio, starry bunny boy. Now your lover for 2069. How could people go by multiple names, Shinny? What are you trying to say, huh? Ethan. Ethan! That's the name that should have been carved into a headstone, but wasn't. That's the life that disappeared without a trace. His voice is quiet, empty. Guess I wasn't even worth remembering. Yeah, Bobo the Clown. Don't you call me Bobo the Clown. Oi! Oi! The morgue is silent again. But now it feels worse. You hold the IDs so tightly they could snap in half. Ethan doesn't say anything else. He doesn't need to. Because you know what comes next. Chat, am I a bad influence? Yes, you are. Please apologize immediately. Because Jude Marshall is gonna pay for this. Even the last name, Marshall, it's close enough to be Jude Mathis. Sorry. You didn't do anything, JB. You're one of the good ones. Okay. I'm sorry. Alright, I suppose I can forgive you. That you didn't act like this sooner, chat. Step up. Gosh. You pushing it off on the other chat members? Twy? I don't know if I can forgive you anymore. You won't even have a chance to beg. You grip around the ID's tightens as you turn to leave the morgue. You finally have something to scare Jude with, but you still feel a lingering emptiness. You keep running your fingers over the edges of Ethan's ID. You don't know if it's grounding you or cutting you open. Maybe both. Gosh, I mean, it's definitely not your fault that I'm a bad influence on chat. What did you say fuck me for? So who else could be to blame? You're saying I made you mad? He who wears the crown. I could joke and say dwarf, but he'd probably time me out. Get timed out. Mods, time out, Twy. I'm saying it's not you. Oh, okay. So it's chat. I'm an innocent girl who's never done anything wrong. That is correct? Because who else could be to blame? Thank you, dwarf. Ethan walks at your side, silent. You're not sure if he's angry or grieving or empty, like you. You don't know what to think, so you focus on returning to Jude's room. The dorms are dark by the time you get there. You stop just outside the building, staring up at the windows. You can't tell which one belongs to Jude from here, but he's up there. Ethan doesn't move first. He just watches you, waiting for you to take the lead. After a pause, you do, beginning your ascent up the old building and reaching Jude's door. I find it unfair that I was self-aware enough to know Dwarf had power over me getting timed out and I still get punished. A self-fulfilling prophecy, you might even say. It's unlocked. You walk through it. Yeah, I think Dwarf just told me, mods, timeout, Twy. He just said to shoot you, so I did. Thank you. It's unlocked. You walk through it. If he says jump out the window, will you? Damn. The room is dim, lit only by the faintest glow from the hallway. Jude's shape is easy to make out of the bed, curled towards the wall, one hand tucked beneath his pillow. He looks ordinary, peaceful even. You step inside, and it only takes you a moment to realize that you aren't alone. The hooded figure you've been seeing recently is inside Jude's room. Standing in front of Jude's dresser, pale fingers carefully sliding the drawers open one by one. Quite quiet, meticulous, like they're searching for something. What the hell? Ethan's eyes, like yours, are fixed on them, watching their every movement. Well, that wouldn't be for a good reason. There's probably a good reason. There's always a good reason to time out Twy. They're here again. You watch the way they move, hands gliding over every object like they already know where things are kept. Ethan edges closer, squinting as though he can force the shadows to peel back and reveal a face. When would I ever give Ellie a good reason? You've literally said yourself, Twy, that you're surprised that you've not been banned. I can't... His hands flex uselessly at his sides. I still can't see them. The figure's hood seems to stay low over their head, shadows clinging to them like smoke. No face, no features, nothing. Wonder if maybe this is like Avery? Oh! Like some kind of evil sneaky guy. Okay, so this has to be Avery. So they're trying to find out if Ethan killed me. Or not Ethan, Jude. You glance back at Jude, still asleep. What are they doing here? Twy has no good reason to be banned. Can you prove it? I can literally go through like your messages, Twy. Like through Twitch, like your message history. But I'm too lazy. You can, but like would you? No, I'm too lazy. I don't know. Okay, then do it, Ella. No, I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy! Exactly. We both know it, though. The figure finishes with the journal and sets it back in place, exactly where they found it. I don't want to go through like 1,000 posts just to find you saying you should have been banned. Then they turn towards the bed. Toward Jude. Ethan steps forward automatically, blocking the way, even though it's obvious the figure can't see him. You grab his arm. Wait. Scare them off? Oh, I only have one option. You push Ethan away from the figure, determined to take control of the situation. He doesn't resist, backing away until he's out of your sight. He knows better. You shove the nightstand, harder than you mean to. The lamp teeters for a breathless moment, then tips. We gonna light his apartment on fire? Let's go! It hits the floor with a dull crack, spilling oil across the warped boards. For half a second, nothing happens, then the flame catches. Let's go, arson! Die, die, die! There's a quiet whoosh as fire blooms outward in a sudden angry snake, racing along the floor and up the wall. It's fast. Too fast. Let's go! Smoke curls in gray tendrils, rising towards the ceiling, creeping along cracks and corners like ghostly fingers. The figure at the desk freezes for half a second before bolting out of the room, gone as if they were never there. But the fire isn't gone. It's very, very real. You watch it for a moment, feeling the heat build at your back. The room already smells of old wood burning, smoke thick in your throat. You can barely hear anything except the faint roar of fire now. Jude coughs. He's awake now, struggling upright in bed. His blankets fall away in a messy heap as he hacks and wheezes, eyes wide and glassy in the flickering firelight. He twists his face in confusion, then his eyes shoot open in panic. I like when people do this with like their VNs. When like the lighting changes like this, like they change it to show with the sprite. It's a nice little detail. The room's orange glow reflects in his irises. He looks around, taking it in. Fire, smoke, you. His gaze lands on you like a blow. What? His voice catches, rough and broken. He coughs again, clutching at his throat, fingers scrabbling against invisible claws digging into his lungs. What did you... You say nothing. It's your turn to provoke him with silence. There's a sick kind of peace in it. The knowledge that he knows. Yeah, let's watch him suffer. You stay still, rooted. Jude coughs, doubled over as he struggles to breathe. His hands flail at the smoke as if he can push it away. His legs shake when he stands, his knees threatening to buckle with each step. Help me, please. But I'm a ghost, and you killed me. Why should I help you? You remain where you stand. He stumbles sideways, coughing so hard his body jerks. He nearly falls, catching himself against the desk. Please, he repeats. You don't have to. Your eyes stare down at him. You know the expression on your face is nothing short of cold and unempathetic.
Self-voicing enabled.
Wait, what?
Your heart.
No.
Self-voicing disabled.
What? Jude collapsed near the far wall. His body shakes as he coughs again and again. Did Alt activate that? Did I accidentally hit Alt instead of space? Less each time, shallower until it stops. Well, that didn't seem to activate it. Okay. Oh, maybe it was V. Yeah, I guess I hit V
disabled.
instead of space. And then he's still. You listen to the crackle of the fire as it feeds on everything left. You expect to feel something, but you don't. Not relief, not justice, not even satisfaction. Just hollow. Nah, I feel very happy watching the guy that murdered suffer. I'm built different. Like something inside you burned up along with the rest of it. You glance at your hand. The IDs are still there. Ethan's, Jude's. The edges are soft now, melted a little by the heat. Ethan's face is half warped. Jude's isn't. His photo stares back at you. A sound behind you makes you turn. You expect to see Ethan, but it's Jude. Ethan's not in the room anymore. Oh no, he became a ghost. Fuck! His ghost stands near the bed. Same clothes he died in. Pale, dim. He looks down at himself, frowning like he's trying to remember something. His eyes meet yours. He's terrified, rooted in place. Maybe you shouldn't have killed people then, buddy. You don't move. Neither does he. Then Jude's ghost fades, slowly, quietly. He doesn't say anything, but he's suffering. You can tell. And you're alone again. You leave the room. You pass Ethan's ghost in the hallway. He watches you with a look you can't read. There's no relief in his face, no peace as he blinks and turns away from you. You don't stop. You wonder what Jude thought in his last moment. Was it you? Was it Ethan? Was it anything at all? You keep walking. There's no place you're going. Not really. You just can't stay there anymore. Your feet lead you to a lake in the forest, your reflection non-existent as you peer into the depths of the water below. You toss the IDs in. They sink without a sound. You think about following them, but you don't. You couldn't if you tried. You're stuck here forever. Maybe you should try and pass on. Yay! We got ending 2! Revenge! Let me see, how many endings are in this game? Doesn't seem like there's like an ending tracker. Let me see. Let me see if they got like a guide. Boom, 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 boom. 2 endings. Oh, and they have an ending guide. Let me see. Okay, so it looks like we gotta choose justice for the other ending. Is it here? There we go. I want justice, personally. Doe doesn't... Okay, let's skip ahead. And I assume we visit the other places. Okay, so walk in the forest. You decide on the forest. The trees sway with the wind, their leaves whispering in a language you can't quite understand. Sunlight filters through the branches in uneven patches, painting the dirt path in streaks of golden shadow. There's something almost peaceful about it. You know you made the right choice. The basilisk snarls at you, and yet you're on edge, or rather, Doe is. Your sixth sense is picking up on this subtle feeling and mistaking it as your own. You and Doe step forward, moving deeper, leaving the cemetery behind. Okay, let me look at the guide. Let's go right. You look at Doe. He doesn't say anything, just watches you, waiting for the decision. You exhale and nod towards the right. Let's go this way. Doe doesn't argue. He just follows. The deeper you go, the more the air changes. It's subtle at first. It's just a shift, a slight temperature difference. The wind doesn't move as quickly here. The branches don't sway as much. Everything feels still. You stop at a crossroads, 3 paths stretching out ahead. Doe steps beside you, his gaze flickering from one path to the next. This place is starting to feel off. Yeah, I noticed. Alright, let's go forward. Come on. He follows without a word. Is there like a way that you could have figured this out? Or is it just trial and error? The path narrows even more, branches reaching down like fingers trying to grab you. The ground beneath your feet is uneven and soft in places where the dirt has been disturbed. Something isn't right. The air is heavier here. Alright, and then it looks like we go right again? You turn right again, walking a few paces. I guess there is a pop-up that says you seem to be going the right way, so I guess that's an indicator. You consider turning back, but you smell something just as your feet shift. A foul, rotting stench. Maybe this is where, Ethan's body is at. It hits you all at once, twisting around the back of your throat, making your nose wrinkle. It's thick, pungent, unnatural. Do you smell that? Doe stops beside you, his eyes flicker to the ground ahead, to the uneven patch of dirt just beyond the trees. You follow his gaze. That patch of dirt is different. It's been disturbed, half covered with leaves, like someone tried to hide something and gave up halfway. Yeah, I think this might be his corpse. Yeah, Ophelia, I think earlier in the game, he was compared to Ophelia, too. Pressure on the chest, muted, lungs full of dirt. You step forward, the smell growing stronger, pressing against you. It's coming from there. Whatever's under that dirt, that's what's rotting. Doe doesn't move. He just stares at the spot, his hands twitching slightly. You think you hear a voice beneath the earth. Help. His expression has gone blank, like his mind is shut down. Your stomach churns, but you have to know. You have to see. You kneel, reaching out. Fingers ghost. This author loves using the word ghosting on everything. Over the loose dirt, and it moves from under you, scattering away from your touch. The smell intensifies. It hits you like a punch to the gut. The overwhelming stench of death, decay, and something left to rot alone for far too long. I want to see something decay. You grit your teeth, forcing yourself to keep going, pushing alongside dirt, pulling away leaves until you see it. Body! A hand. Pale, shriveled skin stretched tight over bone. Part of it is missing, stripped away by time, insects, or something else. Your breath catches and you keep digging, faster now, frantic. Dirt blows over fabric, over a sleeve, over a face. And then you stop. It's him. Doe. I knew it! Doe is staring down at it, at himself. His mouth opens slightly, but nothing comes out. He just stares. It's real. And suddenly, everything is different. Doe. He takes a step back, just one. His expression stays frozen, but you can feel it. The way everything inside him is just snapped. The realization, the horror, the weight of it all pressing down at once. And you don't know what to say. Because what the hell are you supposed to say to someone who just found their own grave? Doe, we need to... Oh my god. Oh my god. The morgue. The morgue. We need to... Doe turns around, running in the direction of the morgue. Wait. Are you gonna kill him? You chase after him, struggling to keep up. He doesn't slow when he reaches the door. Without hesitation, he walks straight through it, vanishing into the dim, sterile light beyond. You follow. The morgue is quiet. Doe is already searching. His movements are frantic, ripping open cabinets and pulling drawers loose. Your fingers skim through storage spaces, past files, past records, past things that should tell you nothing, but everything feels heavy with meaning. You know the evidence is here. It has to be. Doe. He doesn't stop. His hands move faster, shoving things aside without needing to touch anything, knocking over a tray in the process. The clatter echoes through the room, but neither of you react to it. You're too close now. Too close to stop. Then your eyes fall on something. A bag. Nothing remarkable, nothing fancy. Just a simple worn bag tucked into the back of a storage unit. You reach out, your fingers... Can you please stop using ghosting? It's not funny anymore! Did you get the joke? Did you get the joke? The ghost is ghosting! Over the material before you pull it forward, unzipping it slowly. I think that's like the 6th time that you've used the word ghosting. It's not funny anymore! Inside, there are items. Personal belongings, things shoved inside carelessly, discarded like they no longer mattered. Most notably, old student IDs. Boo, haunted house. You furrow your brows, pulling them out, flipping through them. Names, faces, all of them representing forgotten students who must have come through here at some point. Wait, one ID catches your attention. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Hello? My bitrate seems to be doing bad. It's having some minor difficulties. Looks fine. Looks fine? Okay. I'm gonna shake around a little bit. So we're good? We all good? Okay. Wait, one ID catches your attention. You move to grab it, half expecting it to fall out of your ghostly hands, but it doesn't. Your fingers tighten around it. Oh, excuse me. As you bring it closer, staring at the name, the photo, the piece of the puzzle that was missing until now. You freeze. Ethan Calloway. When you flip the ID over, you aren't met with Ethan's face. Oh, you had to reload, but it's back? Okay, good. I'm glad. No, you are. Just not Ethan's. Doe's. You don't breathe. You don't move. This is wrong. So wrong. There's another one. Another ID. Another name. Jude Marshall. You frown, confusion breaking through the horror building in your chest. Your hands shake as you turn the ID over, expecting what? Expecting a stranger's face? Someone you don't recognize? But it's not a stranger. It's the face you've been following this whole time. The face you've spoken to, haunted, tormented. The face of the person you thought you knew. The face that was supposed to belong to Ethan. But it doesn't. Jude's face stares back at you. Everything slots together. Jude isn't Ethan. Jude killed Ethan. You don't notice that your hands have started shaking. The ID card in your grip feels heavier than it should. Doe, or rather Ethan, hasn't spoken. Not since you pulled the cards out. He stands beside you, staring. He saw the IDs as well. Now his eyes are back on you. Jude. The name is poison in your mouth. Ethan flinches slightly. His fingers twitching like he wants to grab the card, but doesn't trust himself to move. Oh wow, I'm on a roll. Thanks, Twitch, for counting these whenever you want. I'm glad it counts, even if I had connection issues and went down earlier. Yeah, I'm really curious how Twitch counts watch streaks for stuff like that. Like, for anyone that's been around, when I, like, separated the VODs, like, whenever I would go offline, whenever I'd switch to another game, since I don't do that anymore, anyone know if that, like, messes with your watch streak? Like, gives you more watch streaks? Also, oh, I forgot to resume, because I paused it during all the internet issues. Thank you for letting me know. Jude Marshall. The name feels foreign and familiar all at once. You know it now. You know him now. But it still doesn't feel real. Not shouldn't? Huh. So I guess it just counts within like 24 hours to be like a stream streak? You turn, looking at Ethan. Really looking at him. His hands are clenched at his sides, his shoulders tense, his eyes locked back onto the student IDs like they're a time bomb waiting to go off. And maybe they are. You don't finish. You don't have to. Twitch implemented a way to pause your streak for 3 days. Not sure how it triggers, never tested it. Huh. Strange. I didn't even know. Like, oh. Okay. Yeah. I guess if you're gonna go away for 3 days, but you still want to dab on people, I guess they put that in. That's all he says. It's such a strange option, though. Like, if you weren't there to watch a stream, then you shouldn't have a stream streak. You dated a liar, a murderer, a snake who had shed its skin and donned the flesh of another to pretend it was something it wasn't. The weight of it hits all at once, a crushing, sinking feeling in your chest. The memories, the moments, the ways things never quite made sense. Ethan looks away, turning his back to you. His hands are shaking now, and he can't hide it anymore. I should have known sooner. Ethan! He pauses momentarily as you call out his real name, his eyes meeting yours as you gently coax him to turn around. I should have remembered. It actually looks pretty sick. Oh, you finally inadvertently ended up seeing gameplay of Who's Lila? Looks pretty sick. I'll have to vote for that. Oh, okay. It's not a 10 million hour JRPG, so it won't win anyway. His voice cracks slightly, something raw and broken spilling out with the words. You don't know what you're supposed to say to someone who just realized they've been watching their own murderer wear their face. I promise to get you the justice you deserve. Oh, whoops. Okay, here we go. Now, this should get us the justice ending, which is the only other ending. You step quietly towards the nightstand. The lamp flickers. The flame's reflection dances along the hooded figure's arm as it continues its search, oblivious to you. This isn't your revenge. It isn't your place. But it could be justice. Your hand shakes slightly as you reach towards the nightstand by Jude's bed. You set the IDs down quietly, deliberately. They make a soft click against the wood. It's a small sound in the dark, but it's enough. The figure freezes, turning towards the nightstand. They stride towards the IDs with silent, sure steps. There's something almost reverent about the way their fingers close around them. Then Jude stirs. His eyes open, bleary and red-rimmed. He looks around, confused, his breathing shallow. Then he sees the hooded figure standing at his nightstand. And his face shifts. Who the fuck are you? What the hell are you doing in here? The hooded figure doesn't answer. They take a step back and present the IDs, gripping them tightly. Jude's expression twists, instantly recognizing them. He knows what's happening, even if he doesn't understand how. Panic scrambles across his features like an insect skitters under his skin. Give those back! Jude snarls, lunging for the figure. The figure darts away, fast and practiced. Jude is wild now, unhinged, the same way he was when you figured it out. Come back! You don't know what you're doing! But the figure doesn't stop. They throw open the dorm door and rush into the hall. Jude scrambles after them, barefoot and half-dressed, his face pale with fury. You hear him shouting as he runs, the echoes bouncing off of the old wooden walls. You follow them out into the night. The air outside is sharp, smelling like rain that hadn't fallen yet. You watch the figure duck into the shadows beyond the courtyard. Jude lags now, slower. He curses his breath, punching at the brick walls when he can't keep up. You drift further away from him, towards the figure. They don't stop until they reach the edge of town. You realize where they're going. The police? Yeah, the police station. Let's go! Justice! It makes sense in a way that feels heavy in your chest. You watch the figure step through the front doors. You linger there for a moment before you move closer, inside now. Standing by the desk, the figure slams the IDs down in front of the officer on duty. You hear their voice, sharp as a knife. You refuse to do anything without evidence, so here. Identity theft. My friend is still out there, and you people stopped looking. Okay, yeah, this is definitely Avery. The officer stares at them, then at the IDs. Recognition dawns on his tired face. His fingers move to pick up Ethan's ID first, turning it over carefully. Jude's comes next. Where did you get these? Dorm room. The one that used to belong to Ethan. You know, the real Ethan. The officer calls someone, another officer, and then another. The wheels start turning. Word spreads fast in a small town. By morning, there's a search party combing the woods behind the school. Officers sweep the dormitories. The lake is dredged. Students whisper in clumps, wide-eyed, their voices hushed but frantic. It doesn't take long. They find Ethan's body beneath the roots of a gnarled old tree, hidden deep in the dirt like something someone tried to bury and forget. But you can't bury a ghost. Not really. You watch from a distance as they carry him out. You can't see his face, but you don't need to. You already said goodbye. The funeral is quiet. No family comes to claim him. You stand by the grave as they lower him down, dirt falling like soft rain. Someone places flowers at the marker. You're not sure who. It doesn't matter. He's home now. Jude is arrested 2 days later. The trial doesn't last long. There's too much evidence, too many mistakes. Taking Ethan's identity was his biggest one. Everyone believed he was Ethan, until they found the real Ethan in the ground. The mask slips fast after that. Jude doesn't fight it. He just laughs sometimes, soft and broken. They lock him away. You visit the dormitory once after it's all over. The room is empty, cleaned out. But you can still feel the weight of what happened there. You don't stay long. Evening falls slow tonight. The graveyard is quiet. The stones lean at odd angles, worn smooth by time and weather. The grass is soft beneath your shoes as you walk. The wind moves through the trees with a low, tired sigh. Ethan stands by his own grave. He's less pale now. Each day gives him back a little more of himself. He watches you approach with a small smile. So you're still not passing on? You sit beside him. For a while, neither of you speak. The silence isn't heavy this time. It's easy, comfortable. After a while, you ask him a question. Do you have any regrets? Ethan looks down at his hands. His fingers brush over the carved letters of his name on the stone. The flowers beside it are fresh. Only one. You glance over. He's smiling again, a little shy. Okay, alright. I wish I'd asked you out back when I was alive. I mean, I was going to. Had everything planned out. I'd asked you to meet in a letter, but then... Okay, I'm so confused. So, Ethan asked us out? So we knew who Ethan was, but then we were dating Jude, who we thought were Ethan, even though he doesn't look like Ethan at all? I'm so confused. He cuts himself off, sighing. You get the point. You blink, laughing after a moment. Yeah, I regret I fucking died. It's never too late. He glances at you. His expression shifts. I wasn't expecting that. And then he leans forward, picking up one of the flowers by his grave. A small, delicate thing. Pale petals, edges just starting to curl. I don't know, MC may just be stupid. He offers it to you. In that case, would you? Okay. I guess I just date people named Ethan, apparently. Yay! Justice endings. That was all of the endings. So this game, I feel like there was a lot of stuff they could have explained with this that they didn't really explain. Like, they didn't explain why Jude killed Ethan in the first place. Like, I think I know now that he killed us because we saw his ID, and he was like, oh, it must have figured out that I'm not Ethan. But, like, also we knew Ethan, and we were going out with him. I mean, it may be explained in a different ending. I did all the endings. I'm still confused. It felt very, like, I don't know, like, disorganized? I don't know. Oh, then yeah, but those were all the endings. No, yeah, those were all the endings. So, like, I'm confused on stuff. Why did he kill Ethan? We must have known Ethan because of what Ethan said at the end of the Justice ending, but then we didn't recognize him, but I think that's because when you become a ghost, you lose your memories. But, like, we had a scene at the start where we're meeting with Jude, who is Ethan, like, going by the name Ethan. But if we met Ethan, then we should know that he's not Ethan. And we wouldn't have gone out with him in the first place if we knew that, right? Unless Ethan's just, like, a little stalker that we've never met in our life, and he just sent, like, a love letter to us. And we didn't know. Maybe, actually, okay. Actually, I think I get it. Ethan had a crush on MC, sent the letter, then sometime afterwards, Jude killed Ethan, but he knew about the letter that Ethan sent, and so he starts dating MC because Ethan sent that letter. I can at least understand that. But, like, why did he kill Ethan in the first place? Like, if he wanted to kill Ethan because he wanted to date me, the MC, then why would he kill me? Especially if I know who Ethan is. Well, I don't know. Like, he found out that I saw the ID card that said he's not Ethan, and then he killed me. I don't know. I'm fine with that not being explained. He probably killed Ethan because he needed an identity and he kind of looked like him, but they don't look like each other. Game synopsis. Filled with a mix of sorrow, confusion, and rage, you decide to spend your afterlife haunting him in the hope of getting an answer from your murderer. We sure didn't get that. Yeah, we sure didn't. Like, I guess I can understand why he killed me. Because we saw the ID that showed that he was doing identity theft, but why did he kill Ethan? I don't get that. So he killed Ethan, took his place, and then he noticed you were close to figuring something out. Well, at the start of the game, I think, because it was like we were in the room where the ID card is, and he got upset at us because we were in the room. And I think he thought that we saw the ID card that said that he was Ethan, and then he killed us. I don't know this game, but what if the MC is actually a clone, and that's why the game is called Myosotis? It's Myosotis! It's a flower! I'm looking at some reviews, and some of them are saying it's the best thing they've ever played. I wouldn't go that far. Like, I have mixed feelings on it. It was okay. It was okay. It was made for a Nano Reno, so I'm not going to be too harsh on it. But I do wish, considering that this is a whole game about following, you know, Jude around to see why he killed you, not really getting told why he did it in the first place. Like, am I just supposed to accept that he's crazy and he just wants to murder people? Is that what I'm supposed to take out of this? Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. Not bad in any stretch of the word, yeah. I don't think if it filled the premise, yeah. I think it deserves some more time in the kitchen, I think. Cause it has a good skeleton to work with, but I'm not trying to be harsh on it. I'm just never inclined to believe people when they all caps say best thing ever about a game. But yeah, that was Myosotis. Thank y'all for coming for that. I am gonna quickly get something to eat, and then we will play some Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. So last notice for y'all to download that gosh darn game.